Whether you call it the Claudio Ranieri derby, the Brendan Rodgers derby, or the Nigel Pearson derby, this is a match that has a fair bit of history. And it feels like for the first time in a while, Leicester City are looking to build upon some momentum instead of looking to turn around a poor run of form. And let's see if we can keep this going. It's Leicester City versus Watford. It's a watch along. Won't you join us?
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everard's, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie and Co-Estate Agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, good morning from here in sunny and snowy Canada, and good afternoon for all of you tuning in around the United Kingdom. It's an exciting match coming up between Leicester City and Watford. We're going to jump right into lineups and discussions about the pre-match, but let's get some of your opening comments up on screen. Keep those coming in, and I will get as many of these as possible up during our half-hour pre-match. Good afternoon, Gray. Yes, so we will discuss lineups a little bit more in depth, but Watford are going to be without the cycling GK. That's one of 3 changes that they've made to the lineup. I believe all 3 of them are due to injuries that were either sustained against United or in training, but we will talk about that in just a moment. That's Jamie at the Fox's Arms. Should be back in Alcudia now. Hopefully your weather's a little bit better than mine. Hayden, good to see you tuning in. Anthony, I believe you're up quite early if you're still out in California. We're doing well here. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we'll all be keeping our fingers crossed for a good result. Hopefully I should be joined by Michael for the game itself as well. So he'll be joining me for commentary closer to 2 o'clock. So yes, this is one of the biggest things that's going to be happening is we're going to be looking at carrying some positive momentum. A very good performance by Leicester City against Legia Warsaw. Took us to the top of our Europa League group. And as it stands right now in the Premier League, I believe a win by over 3 goals could take us as high as 8th in the Premier League. So that could help us get back into the top 10. Right off the bat, a little bit of housekeeping. If you do enjoy our watch-alongs, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to us if you're not. Please share the watch-along, and it really helps us grow the channel. Burnley versus Spurs called off a half hour before kickoff. I would assume that's probably due to weather issues. Yes, so we'll get those lineups up in just a moment. We could talk about Amarte's status in the defense. Derek, hope you're doing well as well. Will 4-0 with lots of swag is a potential score prediction. We'll definitely get score predictions in just before kickoff as well. And hopefully we will be getting a lot of swag, and hopefully that's something that Michael will be able to commentate on and get some of his good old-fashioned energy up in there. And yes, so one of the things that I am pretty optimistic about is I believe we are going in with the same lineup formation that we had against Legia. I'll need to double check that. We are going in with the same one that we had against Chelsea. Shorts in November, always a winner for you in Greece. Yes. So yeah, for me, it is very cold. You can tell I've got the sweater on underneath the jersey today because even filming indoors, it's still chilly up here. All right, so with that, let's start talking about the lineups. Let me get us a little banner for that. There we go. And I have those ready for us right here. So we can kick off by talking about Leicester City's lineup. From the predictions that I have seen, we're going in with a 4-3-3 formation. Kasper Schmeichel starts in goal, as he always does. Back 4 consisting of Luke Thomas, Cholar Soyuncu, Johnny Evans, and Timmy Castagna on the right wing. Midfield 3 consisting of James Maddison, Wilfred Ndidi, and Boubakary Soumare. And a front 3 consisting of Barnes, Vardy, and Lookman. A very similar lineup to what we went against Chelsea with. The key changes there, I believe, being that Ricardo has been removed from the lineup and replaced by Thomas, and Tielemans drops for Maddison. On the bench, we kick off with the man who should always come on off the bench, Mark Albrighton, And then we've got Ward, Iheanacho, Perez, Amarte, who I know there's some discussion about whether he should have started. Hamza Chowdhury, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Yannick Vestergaard, and Patson Daka. We'll get a few comments up, and then we'll bring up the Watford lineup as well. Evans has been sluggish, says LCFC Gray. His performances definitely haven't been as solid as we knew him to be before his injury, but again, momentum is such a big thing in this game. Hopefully, we'll see a better performance from him today, coming off the shoulders of that performance against Warsaw. Yes, I know Michael and I joked a lot about it in the Chelsea watch-along that basically if we give away a free kick or a corner, it's as good as giving away a penalty. We'll hopefully be a little bit more shored up in defense. I didn't see as much of what looks like zonal marking against Legia Warsaw. So it looks as though our set-piece defending might have changed. So knocking on wood at the moment, but it looks as though we might see better performances around that. Yes, so this is what we were just talking about with regards to the Premier League table. So as it stands, and I will quickly double check this, if we win by 3-0, I believe that can take us as high as 8th in the Premier League and put us right back into that European challenging position. As it stands, Leicester City currently 13th in the Premier League, of course, with the game in hand on many teams at 15 points. A win for us by 3 goals will put us level on goal difference with Brighton and Hove Albion in 8th. And like I said, will put us right up there, just 3 points off of 6th place, which would be a European position, depending on how the cup competitions go. Fee, good to see you as always, tuning in from London. Hope you're doing well. I think this is key. So I was very optimistic going into the Chelsea game, seeing a 4-3-3 formation because of how many more players it commits up front, particularly those players that are creative and speedy on the wings, like Barnes and Lookman. It just is a matter of how quickly we move the ball around and how much energy we really play with. That's going to be key for us with this kind of lineup, because it can become very, very negative if we play negatively with it. And Gray hides behind the sofa when we concede a set piece. Maybe you'll end up seeing me drop behind my backdrop if that does end up happening. All right, so with that, let's take a look at Watford's lineup. 3 changes for Watford since the match against Manchester United. They line up with a 4-1-4-1. Bachmann, the Austrian, takes the goal in favor of Ben Foster, who has been dropped from the matchday squad completely. A back four consisting of Messina, Troost-Ekong, who comes in for Nkuku. Cathcart and Femenia finish off that back line. They're formed by Luza up front in front of them. Midfield 4 consisting of Chucho Hernandez, who has come into the lineup in favor of Ismaila Sarr, who also has been dropped from the lineup completely. Sissoko, Tom Cleverley, and Emmanuel Dennis complete that midfield 4, and they are led up front by Josh King, who had a very impressive match against Manchester United. So definitely some danger areas for them, especially if they play a high press against us. However, again, those crucial 3 changes are that Nkuku drops out of defense, Foster has been dropped from goal, and Sarr has been dropped from the midfield. And all 3 of them have been dropped from the squad entirely, so it is likely due to injuries, possibly either sustained during the Manchester United match or in training. So get your thoughts in on those 2 lineups, how you feel about those. I can put the Leicester City lineup back up in just a moment, just for a quick refresher on that. Kevin's got snow due for around 2 to 4 hours. Not as bad, so bad that the game gets called off. We'll be keeping our fingers crossed for that. And Mohammed, good to see you tuning in. So I'll put that Leicester City lineup back up in just a moment. Hello, Phil, as well. Just leaving your comment in. But before I do, I'm also going to pop in the link. So for those of you that are new to the channel, we always like to have you join us on video. So if you are so inclined, please click on that link, drop your name in, come on camera, and just discuss the match with me. You can discuss Leicester City's form. You can discuss Claudio Ranieri's return. That's going to be our next topic. So we're done talking about the lineups. You can talk about your score predictions. So if you would like to join me in this pre-match, please click on that link. So for a quick refresher of Leicester City's lineup, a very close model of what we went in against Chelsea with, a 4-3-3, consisting of Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Luke Thomas, Chalar Soyuncu, Johnny Evans, and Timmy Castagna. as Ricardo Pereira had to drop out from the lineup following the Chelsea match due to injury. He's replaced by Thomas. A midfield three of James Maddison, Wilfred Ndidi, and Boubacar Soumare, with Maddison replacing Yuri Tielemans, and a front three consisting of Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy, and Ademola Lookman. Now, definitely knowing Brendan Rodgers, we're probably going to be seeing Luke Thomas and Castagna coming forwards pretty often, and we're probably going to be seeing Barnes and Lookman dropping back quite a bit. We know that he loves to see some dynamic play along the wing, but that is the Leicester City lineup. I'm pretty optimistic about this lineup. It's just going to be a matter of if we play with the energy and the momentum that we had against Warsaw versus the more defensively focused play that we had against Chelsea. And then Gray, Daka has deserved the chance to play, but knew he wouldn't start. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people, particularly the Zambian fan base that Leicester City has, that will let their voices be heard that they believe Patson Daka should be getting more starts. He has definitely been the European man for us. I believe he's now played. He hasn't played nearly as many European matches as some Leicester City players, but he's now Leicester's all-time European goal scorer, and he ended up drawn for that just with his performance against Spartak Moscow. We'll all be keeping our fingers crossed for a clean sheet. I think that's going to definitely hinge on how well Johnny Evans and Çağlar Söyüncü can do in the center of defense. And yes, looks like a good setup if we start fast and get the upper hand early. And yeah, this is pretty much it, is that if we can see Daka performing the way that he does in the Europa League, in the Premier League, I think we'll definitely see him more often in the lineup. And then Natsluba, you're coming in with your score prediction with a 2-1. I'm being joined at the moment by Sean. Sean, if you're ready, you want to give me a quick thumbs up, I'll be happy to add you onto the stream. Sean, good to see you again. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Awesome. I'm doing well here as well. So, one thing that I would love to talk to you about a little bit is it's the return of the man who won the Premier League with us, Claudio Ranieri, coming back to the King Power Stadium. Are you looking forward to seeing him again?
Yes, I am. That is memories of him. Maybe won the cup, and my score might be 5-0.
5-0 for us today. I always love to hear your score predictions, Sean. Who do you think is going to score?
Daka, Lookman, Jamie Vardy, and Maddison.
I like that. So you're thinking we might have some good substitutions coming in. Maybe Patson Daka will come in and get a goal. Now, I know the guy you always love to hear about. Do you think Kieran Dewsbury Hall is going to come in off the bench?
Yes, I think so, yes. Yeah.
We'll be keeping our fingers crossed for him.
Yeah.
I think having Maddison in the lineup and having Yuri Tielemans drop out could be good for Dewsbury Hall because he's a very natural switch for James Maddison.
Yeah. Keenan is, on the last Thursday night, he's got mentioned.
Sorry?
He's got mentioned.
Keenan,
on the night.
Okay. I'm gonna bring a few more of the comments in. Kevin's liking seeing you that it's all professional, and you're getting a good afternoon from Nick. And then I believe so. Anthony was asking how confident you're feeling. So you said a 5-0 win for Leicester City. So you're feeling pretty confident about this match?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. I think it's easy match. So I think it might win it.
Are you feeling a little bit better because Ben Foster isn't in goal for Watford as well, because they're playing their second choice? Do you think that might be why we'll score so many?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Sean, I'm going to let you go to give some other people a chance as well, but can I get a good come on you, Leicester, before you go?
Come on, Leicester. Come on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Sean, and hopefully we'll see you at full time.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much. All right, so we did talk about that briefly, but I'd love to see your comments on the return of Claudio Ranieri. Hopefully, he'll get a good welcome at the King Power Stadium. But do you think that he'll get a good result against Leicester City? So definitely get your thoughts in on Claudio Ranieri's return. A lot of people talking about how he was a good manager, that it's going to be great to see him back. And let's also discuss our score predictions as well. You know, of course, many of the songs about Leicester City talk about Claudio Ranieri's tactics. We still play with a very similar idea of that counter-attacking football. Could we see Watford come out the successful side? Get your predictions in as well. Marlon predicting a 2-0 win. Martin predicting a 2-1 match, very close. Honestly, that's my score prediction as well. I think Leicester City are going to edge out the game. I think the positive momentum is going to carry us, combined with the fact that Watford are missing key players like Sarr and Foster. But we haven't kept a clean sheet in a long time. I can see them snatching one. Josh King probably off a corner. So I'm seeing a 2-1 win as well. Gray coming in with a 3-1 win for City. Good afternoon from Liberia, from Lawrence. Lawrence, thanks so much for tuning in from Liberia. Glad to have you joining us. And yeah, honestly, this is the biggest reason why. Like, I think if it was any other time of season, if we weren't coming off of our defensive form that we have, I'd predict a 2-0 win. But, you know, they're going to snatch a goal. It's the way that we always do. It's the Leicester City way right now. Fee also predicting a 2-1. And yeah, I think a lot of us are just very happy to see Claudio Ranieri back at the King Power. It's good to see him settling into the role at Watford, grabbing things like that win at Manchester United. I don't think any Leicester City fan is going to want to see Watford go down this season. We know they're also very cutthroat with their managers. I'm sure you heard me in the very beginning of the live stream discuss the fact that, you know, we're teams that have shared Brendan Rodgers, we've shared Nigel Pearson, and we've shared Claudio Ranieri. So a fair bit of turnaround amongst the managers, reasonably, of both teams there. Lawrence predicting a 3-1 win for Leicester City. So we are into the final 10 minutes before kickoff. So again, just keep getting your thoughts in, especially around Claudio Ranieri's return. Any players form that you'd like to discuss as well, please get those in. The players, I think, might be just about to take the field. They're just showing the sprinklers at the moment on my stream. A few of the fans filing their way in with their shirts and their sweaters on underneath. They've got the winter look going. A bunch of Watford fans with their scarves on. A couple more score predictions to get in here. A 3-0 win for Leicester City, says Paul. And Kevin predicts a 4-1 win. So very close to Sean's prediction as well there. Barnes to score, and anything better and the Ouzo will start flowing. I love the sounds of that. Yes, we can definitely discuss this as well. What do we think of Ralph Rangnick going to Manchester United? From a Manchester United perspective, I think they'll be quite happy. I think that he's an amazing manager, and he's going to bring some of that German philosophy that's worked very, very well in the Premier League through managers like Jurgen Klopp, through managers like Thomas Tuchel. I think that he could find some pretty good success if he can get the Manchester United players on board for that. With my blue glasses on, I think he's going to be very good, so I'm a little worried about that. But where I'm most optimistic is that I think that takes some pressure and some rumors off of Brendan Rodgers and therefore Yuri Tielemans. I think that can help sort of renew their commitment to Leicester City, not only in their own eyes, but in the eyes of the media. And with that off the plate, I think we'll see a lot more consistency. And a couple people welcoming back Claudio Ranieri, the legend. Ross, I'm seeing you have joined in as well. If you want to give me a thumbs up, I'll add you in as well. I think you might be a little bit sluggish on my stream, but hopefully this should work.
Can you hear me all right?
Can you hear me? Yep, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
I can hear you perfect.
Fantastic. Yeah, your video's a little choppy on my end, but it might just be me.
Give me a brief sec. It's because I've Chromecasted my phone and you're actually on my TV right now as well.
Gotcha.
But give me a few seconds. Just kick me out just for a sec while I...
Just give me a thumbs up again when you're ready. So yeah, like I said, they're just showing the fans filing into the stadiums. So do we miss Yuri Tielemans? He's incredibly instrumental, but what I would sort of say about Tielemans is the fact that he and Madison are quite interchangeable. So I don't think that his absence is detrimental to Leicester City, as some may think, because he is such a quality player. All right, Ross, I saw you gave me a thumbs up, so I'm going to add you back in.
Yeah, it's because my Chromecast is connected to TV, so that might be why.
No problem at all. So, Leicester Watford, the return of Claudio Ranieri. How are you feeling?
Obviously, it's good to see him back, but at the same time, he's still the opposition's manager. So, in the days, it's not like he's come for days. He wants 3 points off against us. That's the thing. So, don't get me wrong, it's good to see him back, but at the same time, I want Brendan Rodgers of Leicester to win the game. And obviously, look at the sides, look at the team. Ashmark and goal, Castagna, Evans, Soyuncu, Thomas, Ndidi, Samari, Lookman, Madison, Barnes, Vardy.
Exactly. Very similar to how we lined up against Chelsea. Key changes just being Ricardo, obviously having to drop out due to injury, and Tielemans for Madison.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I mean, looking at the side. I mean, Josh King we've got to look out for. Very good player. I mean, he's on good form under Claudio at the minute. So, look, I'm just looking at our team now. So, I mean, Tom Cleverley, who's played for Leicester, obviously back in League One in 2009. Matt Sissoko, very good player. Good signing from Tottenham, to be fair.
All things considered, can we call this the Tom Cleverley derby?
No, it was only on loan for his. It was only on loan for his half at season. No, it was good for us, but it was just obviously that was back in League One.
Totally.
It was when he without injuries and stuff. I think he was a good player, in my opinion. So, yeah, tough game today. I would say. I don't know where it's snowing. Where we are. I was in Canada. You're used to it, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got probably about 2-3 centimeters of snow already out, and it's going to keep snowing through the day.
Oh, we've got snow here. We got snow. We got right now. So if you can see from here, we got snow here. Look where we are.
I was going to say it's close to that here. It's just you can't even see the grass.
Yeah. Well, if you lived in if you lived in Scotland, you won't be able to walk out your door because it'll be full up. Obviously, you're used to snow anyway, so you might be.
We get a fair bit here, although in all fairness, so I'm from very much southern Canada. I'm actually south of a lot of big American cities as well. Like I think I might even be south of Seattle, south of Detroit. It's weird the way the jet stream works. It still gets cold. It still gets snowy up here. Claudio,
I've just seen a score. I've just seen a score of the PSG game because one of my players on FIFA will now get an upgrade because of that. So I'm glad PSG won.
There you go.
Bad prediction. We're gonna win. It's a must-win game, and I'm going to say 2-1. We'll concede because we don't keep a clean sheet. So as long as it's off of a set piece, I'm all right. But no, I think Vardy needs a goal today. It's been over a while since he scored one.
I'm hopeful for that because I think because they've lost Nkunku, they are going to be a little bit shakier in that central defense. I think we could have an avenue to follow down in there. And that could feed well to Jamie Vardy up the middle. They are just showing the lineup. So it turns out the broadcaster I was watching was mistaken. So we're not lining up with a 4-3-3. We're lining up with a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Nice.
So same defensive four, Ndidi and Sumari as the 2-line. Then a sort of front midfield three of Lookman, Madison, and Barnes with Vardy leading the line up.
Well, my goal score predictions, I'm going to go with Vardy, and I think Lookman will get a goal. If not Madders. So 2-1 Leicester I'm going to go for. That's what my prediction is. You didn't watch along yourself today?
Nope, I've got Michael waiting in the wings.
Yeah,
he's just setting up his equipment, but I'm going to add him.
The Canadian and American walk into a bar.
You get to deal with the accent. Whole 90 minutes.
That's true.
So there you go. To make things interesting, I'm going to drop in. I did a financial Baldilocks last year, and I ended up having to pay out. I'm going to do it this match as well. Mark Albrighton's on the bench.
Yeah,
comes on and scores from a corner. I'll get a Mark Albrighton kit.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to shave your head.
No. I have far too much hair. It would look. It's frizzy right now. That's why my camera is positioned to cut it off at the top. I do not pull off the short hair or bald look.
No worries. Well, I'm going to drop out anyway, but enjoy and come on, you foxes.
Thank you, Ross. Hopefully we'll see you at full time. All right, let's get a few of these last comments up. So yeah, no snow in Leicester today, but honestly, hopefully that'll be good for the players as well. Also, just seeing the broadcaster I was referring to. So I get my lineups from the Canadian broadcaster DAZN. They were also wrong about Watford. Watford lining up with a 4-3-3 instead of a 4-1-4-1. Natsi Luba, you're predicting a few goal scorers, I assume. Barnes and Ndidi to score. And then, yes, so we definitely have been missing, especially Wesley Fofana, but hopefully we'll be seeing him come back after the Christmas break. And Joanna, can't believe I'm not there due to having COVID. Was looking forward to welcoming Ranieri back. Well, I hope you'll be getting well soon. And yeah, on my side of things as well, like due to COVID, that's the biggest reason I haven't gotten to see a match this season as well. We'll definitely all be hoping to see the better side of this in the next few months. Michael, are you ready to join in? How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. 6 a.m. kickoff for me this morning. Finishing up the first beer of the day.
There you go.
Excited to see Claudio. The players are getting ready to take a knee. Do you want to sync up? I can pause my screen. I can pause mine today.
Yes, so they've just taken a knee on my stream as well. So I will pause at 10 seconds, let's say.
Okay. And they just kicked off.
Actually, we might already be synced because they kicked off right as you said that on my screen as well.
Sweet.
Wilfin Didi just let the ball go out for a throw-in.
And we're
as soon
on.
as I get the clock, I'll do a quick tick and we'll double check. But so I've got 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yep, perfect.
Perfect. All right, so Timmy Castagna with the ball on the right wing. Leicester City started off with possession.
It's the North American takeover of the Leicester City watch along. We don't have an accent. You have an accent.
Exactly. Exactly. Any of you come on at halftime, if we're both on screen, you're the one with the accent.
You have the accent.
All right, ball is out for a Watford throw.
Excited to see Luke Thomas get the start today, build some confidence in the man. He's missed he's kind of got pushed out of the side when Castagna and Pereira.
Jamie Vardy already in on a break there, but just cleared away by Cathcart. Looks as though he may have been offside as well.
Jamie Vardy looks up to it today. Kind of like what Daka did at the very outset of the last game. Just get at the keeper, get at that back line immediately and let them know that we're here today and we need 3 points and we're trying to take all of them. Let's go, Leicester.
Exactly. Yeah, just showing Jamie Vardy offside by maybe a couple centimeters, just by his shoulder blade. May have been ahead of the foot of the trailing defender. Currently just a little bit of tussle in the midfield, but Leicester City doing well at winning those midfield battles in this first minute and a half. Cautious ball played back towards Bachmann, the substitute Watford goalkeeper. For some reason, it's just my early morning brain. I keep getting Watford and Foster mixed up in my head. I've almost called him Ben Watford like 3 times during this watch along.
I almost said Ben Watford. Ben Foster. Is he the keeper or no?
Yeah, he's the cycling GK. He's not playing today, though. He's actually not in the lineup entirely, so it looks like he may be out due to injury.
Good morning, Fee. Glad you could join us for the watch along today.
And also, apparently, this game not being broadcasted in the United Kingdom. So for any of you who can't watch the match, I know we usually get a lot of requests for it. We cannot show the broadcast on here due to copyright reasons, but we will be giving you the same sort of analysis and commentary that you can expect from only the finest of British commentators. They call Michael the next Ally McCoist.
I wouldn't say that. You're going to get zero insight from me, but just a bunch of positivity. And
Lookman already in on a break. Jamie Vardy making himself available. He receives the pass, takes the shot, and a very good save by Bachmann in the Watford goal. But some excellent build-up play by Leicester City there. It was patient. It was timed. It's honestly the kind of stuff we saw under Ranieri.
It's a great run behind by Soumare to get the ball. And when Jamie Vardy points and says, give me the ball here, Soumare does not hesitate and gives Jamie Vardy the ball there. He gets a clean strike on goal. Great save.
James Madison to take the corner. Looks like he will be taking it long, but Ademola Lookman is available as a short option. High cross comes in, well into the penalty area. Finds a Leicester City head. But that was Luke Thomas. He just can't get enough on it, and it will bounce into the arms of the Watford keeper.
Well,
Bachmann immediately looking to start a break, but there's no way that Emmanuel Dennis was going to get there ahead of Timmy Castagna. Kasper Schmeichel now clears out, and let's see how good his distribution is today. It's right to a Watford player.
At least it wasn't straight out of bounds.
Andreas Rincon, thank you for joining us from Venezuela. Always good to see the fans joining us from around the world. Of course, Michael and I are the same. Jonathan joining us all the way from Zambia.
Let's go, Zambia.
Sure, you're going to be hoping to see Patson Daka play a little bit. He is on the bench today, so I think we definitely could see him come on at Brendan Rodgers' time around like 65th minute. That's when he normally makes his substitutions.
Yes.
Fee, the best watch-along team commentating again today. We will do our best to make sure that Jono does not see this comment. This will be our little secret.
We got to live up to Tom and Locks, man. Tom and Locks, that was the duo right there.
Exactly. John Carney. So yes, Daka is not in the starting 11, but he is on the bench for today's match. Johnny Evans hoofs the ball upfield looking for Castagna, but just can't make his pass. And now Watford look to counter quickly. Ball with Sissoko on the left wing. He gets past Sumari and makes his pass forward towards King. King back to Sissoko. Cross the midfield. Trying to find Dennis with a through ball, but that will not get past Johnny Evans. Watford just playing some keepy-uppy amongst themselves, and Dennis gets to the ball ahead of Schmeichel. Schmeichel not happy with Johnny Evans for losing that duel, but Dennis cannot get solid connection on the ball and Leicester regain possession.
I think
a little bit shaky there.
Yeah, I think Johnny was yelling at the ref for not calling a foul.
Yeah, it was. They're just showing the replay on that now. Honestly, I don't think there was a foul in there. It was just a bit of pushing and shoving there, shoulder barges, maybe for that push.
I mean, that
in the back,
his arms, yeah.
It's the kind of thing I could see. VAR ruling out had that gone into the net.
He was yelling at.
Already on the attack again. Harvey Barnes into the penalty area, slips but maintains possession. Forced to turn around though. Ball to Ndidi, plays a little bit of back and forth, back in the feet of Barnes, crosses it into the area, finds Madison.
Great touch by Madison in the box.
Great touch by Madison. Ndidi takes a shot, but it's blocked. Harvey Barnes? Excellent maintaining of possession after getting tripped twice. If you can maintain the commentary for a second, I did forget to put up the score on our banner. It is still 0-0 at the moment.
And Leicester's tightening the screws. Soyuncu on the far side. He brings it all the way, ball long over here to Sumari on the near side. Sumari.
Great cross and great control by Sumari there.
Castagna, Lookman. They're playing in little triangles. Sumari cuts it inside.
Finds Ndidi. One-touch pass towards Soyuncu. Trying to find the hole, the space that they can play forward through, but Barnes loses the ball. And Ndidi will put a swift end to that. That is out for a throw-in.
Looks like there's not an empty seat. I don't know. I heard yesterday there was about 200 tickets left, maybe, and looks like everyone scooped those up. Excited to see King Ranieri come back to his to the place where it all began for us. As far as I'm concerned, it began for me. My first memories of having anything to say about Leicester City was the day that they fired Ranieri, and I was upset. And it was like, why am I upset about this club losing their manager and firing him after they won it was because I was a part of the club now. That's just how it was.
I get exactly how you're feeling. So like I knew of Leicester City before then, but like there was no way for me to follow them. But then media really started to care about them with what Ranieri did with the club. And pretty much the same thing. Like I knew that I was a Leicester City fan when I was seeing that they were taking the number 1 spot. They had escaped relegation. It's like, I'm really happy about this. I care a lot about this.
Right, I care so much. Watford with a little counter.
Yep, but does not get past the last man, and that is out, I believe, for a Watford corner.
Josh King drives Castagna all the way to the byline, but Castagna is there. Johnny on the spot, put it out for a corner.
Excellent one-touch pass there. I think that was by Josh King.
Yeah, Josh King and Sissoko playing a little 1-2s on the outside there. Watford's put together a pretty good squad to compete for this season.
High cross comes in, finds a Watford head, but is away from goal. Watford maintain possession, but big clearance by Johnny Evans. There is a Watford player on the ground. No stoppage of play yet, though. Ball played in by Cleverly, but that will not find anybody except for Farquaad himself.
Lord Farquaad.
I know that, like, I feel like he's been playful with that comparison as well, so it's not quite as offensive. Big shot by Watford there by Emmanuel Dennis, but fires up and over the net. I think Schmeichel had that covered, had that been on target, but first significant chance of the game does go to Watford. Some good fake out play by Moussa Sissoko, and then does a good job of finding Dennis with just enough space to get a shot off. But yeah, I think Schmeichel would have had that covered had it been on target.
Yeah, Dennis has a lot of space here. We got to be a little more. We got to be ready, guys. Come on, Leicester. We got to be ready.
Ball is out for a goal kick off of that corner. They were just showing a replay of what caused the Watford player to fall on the pitch. I think that was it might have even been Troost Kong or Luza. Looks as though they may have just gotten a bit of an elbow in the chest from trailing Harvey Barnes. Nothing malicious, but may have just knocked the wind out of him. He is back on his feet. No substitution will be required.
We're trying to play out from the back, and Madison loses the ball.
Nick Moore just bringing up the sacking of Ranieri here. He was and is always a legend in Leicester City. But if we didn't get rid of him, we would have been relegated that season.
Negative. The teams that got relegated that season are the teams that would have gotten relegated that season. I think it was West Brom.
Huddersfield?
Yeah, the teams that got relegated that year were the teams that were going to get relegated that year. There's no way we were going to get relegated. I think Newcastle went down that year, maybe.
Like I want to say Huddersfield might have been the third one. I'm going to double check that.
Huddersfield, yeah. I never agreed with that. For 5 years that I've never agreed with that. Even my first trip to Leicester, someone said, we were going to go down, bro. And I was like, no, we weren't.
Cross comes in from a free kick for Watford, and that fell to the head of a Watford player. But again, up and over the goal. So that's 2 shots at the moment, but none on target for Watford. Stats as well showing 2 shots, 1 on target for Leicester. So game hasn't gone into Watford's hands, but momentum currently definitely with Watford.
Definitely. We need the crowd at the King Power to, start the chant, start the singing, because the boys right now, we need a little inspiration. What's going on, man?
So Michael, you and I listed off a few teams who went down that season, and we were wrong across the board. Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and Hull went down that season.
There you go. And those teams were going to go down. None of those teams were going to stay in the division. We all know this.
You were right about Tyneside, at least.
Right.
Leicester City coming forward now with Barnes on the wing. He gets thwarted by the Watford man, but the ball falls to Ndidi. Ndidi tries to be a little bit too cheeky and overplays his pass against the run of Thomas, but Thomas keeps the ball in, but we're forced to turn around, and we've just played the ball all the way back to Evans. I wouldn't call that negative football, though. Very high press by Watford really didn't give us the option to turn around.
So he's not paying attention to Johnny Evans' instructions.
That would be worrisome for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to be clear, like, we weren't saying that we didn't think so. Like, we were figuring you were saying that he was a legend.
Yeah,
he's going to be the first person to get a statue out. He's going to be the next person to get a statue outside of King Power for sure.
Absolutely. And
high cross played over looking for Jamie Vardy, but Backman forced to come out and sweep her keeper there. Some Bernd Leno energy coming out. Clears the ball out for a throw-in.
Well, we saw Jamie Vardy bearing down on that 18-yard box with the ball over the top. What a great ball from Luke Thomas.
Great ball from Thomas. Great run by Vardy as well. Times it perfectly. No way you could even appeal for offside on that, but unfortunately just overcooked. Ball currently in Watford's hands as it is out for a throw-in pretty deep in the Watford defensive third.
How do you think we were playing so far?
I'm pretty optimistic with the way the match has gone so far. It's tight, which I expected. Like I said, I think it's going to be a 2-1 Leicester win, and it's going to be tight throughout the match. And I think that this play so far has reflected that. It's been tight. Both teams have been competitive. I think Leicester has been the better team so far, but not the better team to win convincingly.
Right. I didn't I didn't know Watford had all these guys. I didn't know they had Sissoko and Dennis, and these
It's
guys
been
are
a very
huge.
productive couple transfer windows for them.
Yeah, these guys are huge.
Watford coming forward again. Sissoko in the box, trying to find Kiko Hernandez, but good defending. I think that was by Wilfred Ndidi. Clears that ball out before Hernandez has a chance to shoot. But again, Schmeichel having some words with the defense about why we are letting them into these dangerous areas so easily. Although, as we say that, this attack started because it was a Kasper Schmeichel clearance that goes right into the chest of a Watford player. Bachmann couldn't pass that clearly to a Watford player.
So, yeah, the Hernandez was offsides.
Oh, okay. Hayden, we are currently in the 14th minute, 14, 15, 16, 17, if you have a live stream to get us synced up. Great. Yeah, that has been definitely my biggest worry about this team so far has just been Kasper Schmeichel's distribution has been kneecapping us from the start. He's an excellent goalkeeper and a club legend. Build that man a statue. But boy, howdy, he cannot pass a ball.
Jeez. And you know who we have on the bench that can? Danny Ward.
Danny Ward.
I mean, like, Kasper is so, sewn into his spot as the number one keeper that we don't even look at Danny Ward. But, with the slip of form by everyone in the squad, in the team, I don't know whose spot is safe. So,
Totally.
Kasper needs to step up his distribution for the fans.
Adam Lookman does a good job of re-winning possession, but then just a poor pass gives the ball right back to Watford. Lookman gets fouled from behind, just a bit of a kick on the ankle, and that will be a Leicester City free kick just about at the halfway line.
Man, someone get Brendan a new piece of gum. That his mouth looked dry chewing that piece of gum.
Johnny Evans heaves the ball upfield, looking for, and it might find Madison in the penalty area. And that is what a defensive mistake by Watford there.
Oh my God!
And that is the opening goal. Horrific defending by.
Why did they do that?
Kong just lets the ball up to James Madison. He needed that to get the monkey off his back, and with that, it is Leicester City 1. Watford 0. Just showing
to build a football team. We came from solid and now we brought tomorrow. We play from the back and we never attack. Champions of England, you made us sing that. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I will say the only reason I didn't join in is just because I know we're going to be a little bit out of sync on the broadcast, and that would have been horrific.
Oh, let's just bring it all together. Who cares? Yeah, let's go. Come on, Leicester. Let's go.
So a lot of cheers coming in. What a way to start this match, and what a way to take a little bit of control back in this match. Watford were starting to get settled, but they were showing the replay on that. An excellent run by Matters, but what was Troost-Ekong doing? The ball was falling right to his head, and he ducks.
He ducked. And Madison is standing behind him like, what? Me? Goal!
That went to me? Okay.
Like he had a whole 2 seconds to just watch the ball fall, take a touch, look at the keeper, and just put it right in the far corner.
I always love to steal from and Fee, I will get to your super sticker in just a moment. I always love to steal Ali McCoist's description of Jamie Vardy's goal against Liverpool when Alisson just swept their own defender. It's his Christmas. It's his birthday. It's everything rolled into one.
For sure. It's everything rolled into one.
But with that, thank you so much, Fee, for the 99p super sticker. Greatly appreciate it. We all do this on a volunteer basis, so that money goes right back into the channel to help us cover the costs of equipment and of Streamlabs as well, which is what we use to broadcast to you live. Gray, thank you so much for the £5 super sticker. Oh, Leicester, we love you. That we do. Thank you so, so much.
Yeah, we love you, Leicester. We really do. Okay, we're not gonna sing. We're not gonna sing.
Are we gonna make a new song? I love it.
I think that's a classic. Oy.
Nick Moore, we want two.
Yes, definitely. We want two. We need another. All right, let's go.
Wilfin Didi is going to leave. So it's a free kick to Leicester just off the halfway line, and Wilfin Didi will leave that for Soyuncu to play. Cross coming across, just can't find Castagna, and Watford might look to break, but big Johnny Evans does what Trusticon can't do and jumps to stop that ball from breaking for Kiko Hernandez.
All right. And Watford with this with the press now. And we're playing out from the back. And Soyuncu back to Casper, and Casper, please just hoof it down. Nope, he gives it to Soyuncu in the corner, by the corner flag even.
I'm at a new setup which has a wooden desk, which is good because I can knock on it when I make comments like this. But they just put up the winning percentage, the likelihood of each team to win, and Leicester City now sitting at a rather comfortable 76% chance of winning. Watford's chances have dropped down to 7%.
Yikes. That means we definitely need another goal. Jeez.
Absolutely. Because I've just, you get that gut feeling Kasper Schmeichel is going to play a short pass right into the feet of Emmanuel Dennis.
Yeah, it's just Josh King or somebody. Oh, my goodness. But the way we're trying to space these guys out, they're pressing really hard. And that's something
but what that does is that leaves them vulnerable. Excellent run.
Whoa!
Nearly.
Touch by Lookman.
Absolutely. Lookman sends his marker right the way back to Bucks to the shops. Rounds his man and plays nearly a point-perfect pass on the break to Harvey Barnes. But some good defending, credit where it is due. Just intercepts that ball before Barnes can break. Sissoko with the header nearly breaks well for Watford. They maintain possession. Hernandez plays a little bit of back and forth with Cathcart. Hernandez goes down, and that will be a free kick in a dangerous area.
It's a bad foul by Samari. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, he sticks a leg out and clips right into the shin of Hernandez. That's one that you'll be feeling for a little while.
Absolutely.
Just showing the replay on that. It's worse than I thought.
He just stomps on his foot, and he doesn't get a card for it.
Yeah, Sumare lucky to not be in the book for that. He just goes in, studs down onto the ankle of Hernandez.
The referee's standing right there. Why does he?
I'm very surprised. Look, and we're the ones wearing blue right now, and we are stunned that Sumari has not been booked for that.
I think I like this combination of Ndidi and Sumari in front of the back four. I think, if all fouls aren't bad fouls, and if you're muscling these guys in the middle, leaving a little skin on them, letting them know you're here, they might think twice about turning with the ball in the pocket.
I loves me some good Ndidi. I'm not fully sold on Sumare yet. I think especially the goal we conceded against Chelsea where he stopped chasing after his man really turned me off the idea of him.
Yeah.
But he can work his way back into my heart.
Yeah. I don't know if his gas tank is Premier League yet.
Yeah. Free kick taken by Hernandez right into the wall. They're appealing for a handball possibly, but they maintain possession. Shot is taken. Big acrobatic save by Kasper Schmeichel. Stopped the ball low. What a save by Casper. Watford maintained possession. Still coming forward. But that is a slip by Emmanuel Dennis, and that is out for a goal kick. But what a save by Kasper Schmeichel, proving why, even though his distribution leaves a lot to be desired, he is still the number one choice for Leicester. What a save that was.
Ooh, what a strike, though, by who's that? Dennis.
Very well played by Dennis. Keeps it low across the face of goal. Would have gone in far post, likely into the side netting.
Yeah, that was a crazy angle, and that was a great strike.
Nick Moore raising a very fair point on Sumari as well. And I should also make clear, I'm not saying get him out of a team. I'm just saying, he's a little bit lower in my pecking order following that, but he is still young. It's part of the Leicester City way. We sign the players while they're young and we develop them. I'm still expecting bigger and better things from Sumari.
Absolutely. His YouTube highlight tape is just amazing. Of him just marshaling people off the ball and winning headers and tackles.
Exactly. I mean, the man won League One. That doesn't happen by accident.
Right. With Lille.
Sorry. He didn't win the English third division. Not
with PSG either, right?
Just showing that the snow is starting to come down here in Leicester. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it is.
In fact, it only just started moments ago, but now it's really starting to come down. A little bit of a haze coming over the match just due to the amount of snow that's coming down.
And
This is football right here. This is those rainy days in Stoke that they talk about.
Cold day in Leicester.
Cold day in Leicester. Cross comes in, nearly falls to the head of Messina, but he cannot connect with it, and that is all the way out for a goal kick to Leicester City. Just showing a replay on that. Maybe Timmy Castagna could have done better, but it looks as though he may have been clipped on the back as well there. I think by that would be by Cathcart. But he stays on his feet. He's okay, but that may have been why he wasn't quite able to get up and stop that ball towards Messina.
Ooh, and the snow's coming down. It's like hazy, cloudy.
Cloudy-o.
Cloudy-o, for sure.
Watford doing a good job of maintaining possession in the middle of the park. Samari comes forward and presses. Good play by him. Regains possession, and then Vardy foul from behind as he tries to win that ball, and that is a free kick to Leicester on the halfway line. Matt Hayes, no snow for him out in Ireland. And for Gray, it's freezing here in Loughborough. Loughborough, I believe, not too far from Leicester.
It's like 15 minutes north. It's Leicester.
Yeah.
Really, it's still Leicester. That's all.
So I was gonna say here in Toronto, like my new filming setup is in the basement, and it's chilly in here. That's why I've got the sweater on underneath the. I
record in the basement too. It's like really cold down here. I have a space heater though.
And Nick giving us some tourism advice. You never want to go to Stoke. Honestly, I'd love to go to a few of those like those footballing towns that you wouldn't go to if it weren't for the football, like your Stokes.
Right.
I'd love to go to see a game at like Crewe or Plymouth or something like that.
Right. And I just really go to Norwich. I'm so far away and just in the middle of I want to go to Norwich for a match.
I very nearly went to a Charlton Athletic game when I visited London.
Right.
I missed it for the dumbest of reasons because I didn't understand my travel card, and I took the wrong train, and I got to the game at halftime, and they'd stopped selling tickets.
Oh, you wanted to buy a ticket at the match, huh? Well, I guess
because
right.
But yeah, it was my own mistake. I took too long to get to the stadium, and we missed that match. I mean, it was a 0-0 anyway, so I didn't miss too much. But I would have loved to have seen like some proper English football.
Right.
Ball currently with Madison on the outside of the penalty area, but he's triple marked. Plays the ball to Ndidi, who goes out to Castagna on the right wing. Castagna looking to maybe set up a bit of a 1-2 with Lookman, but they can't get their runs around the defenders. Very good marking. Although I say that Castagna suddenly gets acres of space, plays it across the penalty area, but just cannot connect with Jamie Vardy there.
Come on, Vardy, man. You got to get on that, bro. What a great passage of play. Great passage.
Matt, just to answer your question, why Charlton? Honestly, it was because it was the match that was going on the week I was there. Almost every other team in London was playing an away game. The only other team that wasn't was West Ham United. They were playing Leicester City at the time, and I really wanted to go, but they'd sold out, and the cheapest tickets I could get were £90 a piece for the back of the London Stadium.
Wow.
And that was just like, I'd already paid a fair amount to get there. And when I see Leicester City, it'll be at the KP. Big shot taken.
That go in?
The net. It looked like it went in. A little bit of the depth perception on from the TV's perspective. We're going to see it from a different angle now.
Lets it go.
Oh my god!
My god! The deflection comes off Cag's back. It goes off the post
across
and
the
runs
goal.
along the goal line, and Casper gets it after 2 bounces.
Oh my goodness, that would have been a mess.
Would that have been an own goal with it going off Cag's back?
Absolutely, that would have been. Watford now on the break. They have a little bit of space. Dennis coming forward, gets tripped by Ndidi, and that is a penalty to Watford.
Ndidi, man, it's just like margins.
He drags his foot just a little bit, and he gets the ankle of Dennis. It is a penalty. There's no arguing it. But
well, you know
that is unfortunate.
It means Ndidi's going to score a header in the corner in about the 85th minute.
Was there contact there?
It doesn't matter. I don't
Just
think.
seeing that.
I mean,
He flicks
right
his
in the
foot up.
calf.
There's intent on that.
Oy.
Dear. Yeah, they're not even taking this to VAR. It doesn't look like. Dennis steps up to take the penalty. Or no, King stepping up to take the penalty. Schmeichel having some words with the referee, but yeah, it doesn't look like he's putting up much of an argument.
It's just a bunch of gamesmanship. Doesn't Josh King play for is he an English man?
No, isn't he Norwegian?
Oh, Norwegian. I was gonna say, isn't he Danish? Danish friends? No.
No,
But
no.
you're right,
Nordic friends.
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, he's Norwegian.
Their languages are very similar. Casper might still be saying something in Danish to throw him off.
Right.
Danish and Norwegian, very, very similar.
Here's Josh King.
Casper saved a penalty against Warsaw.
That's right. And he jumped way off his line to do it.
King takes, and that is in.
Oh, Casper.
Casper dives the right way, but King puts it a little bit too far.
Right into
and again, there was no arguing that was a penalty.
All right, come on, boys.
Ndidi having some reassuring words with Madison. We just got to get back into this.
Yeah, let's get back in it.
Don't know why I typed an extra hyphen in there. But the score stands at Leicester 1, Watford 1.
It's in the side netting, Casper.
Yeah, just showing the replay of the foul. It was just reckless by Ndidi. He flicks his foot up and really did not have to.
Yeah, because he misses with the initial, his right foot, and as he comes across the player, he tries to get the ball with his left foot, but the ball's gone, and he just kicks him right in the calf.
Leicester City now looking to immediately come back forward, but Castagna overcooks his pass. And now Watford look to break there, but Johnny Evans doing a good job getting in there. Now, in all fairness, very few of us predicted a clean sheet for Leicester, so we are still on hand for a lot of our score predictions.
It wasn't from open play though, but Watford,
it wasn't from open.
You know, they have been, they have been playing. It's tight. It's a tight game.
Yes. I mean, that said, we are also very lucky that Cags' back didn't put one in for Watford.
Absolutely.
If you aren't able to watch the game, watch some highlights later and see that highlight of that rebound off of Cags' back. That might be the strangest shot on goal I've ever seen.
I thought it went in.
Watford immediately coming in with another attack. Kike Hernandez winning the Chucho Hernandez winning the header. But it does go out for what I think is a goal kick, but they are appealing for a corner. I'll let you know what the referees call at the end of this replay.
Well,
they're showing it many times. Yeah, I really don't see that having come off of the Leicester player, but a corner is given. High corner comes in. Casper comes out and punches the ball clear. Watford maintain possession, but that is out for a goal kick.
That was like kind of desperate by Casper.
He's got to be more confident if he comes in to clear the ball there. He kind of gives it half a jump. If he's committing to punching it, he's got to go all in, but he doesn't make enough contact to fully get that clear, and that was a big liability if that header had become on target by Watford. Actually, just showing he doesn't even get that solid a contact. It ends up going off the head of Dennis.
Yeah, he needs to go for that ball a little earlier. Don't hesitate. If you're going to go for it, go for it. If you're going to stay on your line, stay on your line. But
looks like Josh King may have taken an impact to the arm, and he is in some pain.
Oh, yeah.
He is going to stay on the field most likely, though. Bog Sniffer Bruce saying that Ndidi is becoming a liability. I wouldn't quite go so far as to call him a liability yet. He's still a very solid defensive midfielder. He's one of those players that I wouldn't often question his place in the lineup.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to play it from the back with the wind and the snow and
But Leicester's passing becoming a lot more inconsistent with this.
The weather.
With the weather.
Yeah.
Mike Ruck not enjoying the match. And honestly, like it's beginning to get cagier, and Watford are really starting to settle into this match. But I'll tell you what, you might not be enjoying the game, but if you are enjoying the watch along, please drop us a like, a share, or a subscribe.
I'm just going to go ahead and like it myself. How about that? There we go.
So Yunchu is to take a free kick. Looks as though it may have been an offside for Watford. Hato, this snow's giving Ndidi brain freeze. He's been slow to react to balls and absolutely shocking this half. 2 penalties given away in 2 games in a row by him.
That is true.
It is fair criticism. Ball currently bouncing around the midfield, lands at the feet of, I think that's Madison, trying to find Vardy in the area. He gets there ahead of the goalkeeper, and that is 2-1 to Leicester City.
Jimmy Vardy! He doesn't even celebrate. He just runs. He
just knows that is what he is paid to do.
Let's go.
Oh, I say that, but
he slides in front of
Cloudy.
Cloudy.
Right into the 4th official.
He slides right in front of Claudio.
Oh dear. He honestly though, like, Claudio's a good sport. He knows that's in good. He knows that's in good cheer.
Please be onside. Please be onside.
Just showing the replay of it. He's onside.
He's onside. What a great ball! And he flicks it with the outside of his left at a tight angle.
What good play by both Madison and Vardy. But I shouldn't keep delaying this. It is Leicester City 2. Watford 1. I'm going to jump off for a quick second for a bit after the closing. So you're going to be alone when this video ends.
He shine at a tree to build a football team. He came from Tottenham and now he's one of our own. He's one of our own. We play from the back. We counter attack. Champions of England. You made us sing that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
So I had to go down and get these because I have been waiting for a goal from Jamie Vardy, for Jamie Vardy's party to bring out the Fox's party ring.
Yeah, the party rings.
Finally get the party rings out. These things have probably expired from how long I've been waiting on them. The bid finally pays off.
And Vardy gets his goal.
Let me get an updated as Watford get a very good attack, but it looks as though King might have slipped as he tries to take an acrobatic shot, and that goes well out for a Kasper Schmeichel goal kick. And yeah, a very fair point from Hato here. A goal and an assist from Matters. He's getting back to his best.
Absolutely. The confidence. Did you see the pass from Matters? It was also an outside of the boot on his right foot, looped over top to Vardy, who runs onto the ball and outside the right of his right boot, puts it into the corner. These guys they're showing a little swag right now. They're like showing off a little bit right now.
And what a and like, not only is this a great performance from so far in this match, he also put in a great effort last match against Legia as well. So he is starting to come back into his best.
Confidence. It's all about at the beginning of the Legia game, he took the ball outside the 18-yard box across and tried a couple shots. They were just over the top. And then when he got the ball in the box, he did his little deeks and he put the ball in the back of the net. His confidence is back for the time being.
With goal number 2 comes super sticker number 2 from Fee. Thank you so much. Fee. Another 99p. Thank you very much for that super sticker. And Nick Moore saying, instead of the party rings, we should be busting out the Skittles vodka for a proper party.
Man,
it's a little early for that.
It's 6:30 a.m. here, bro. Plus, I have to work at 9 o'clock this morning. So
Leicester City already coming forward again. Harvey Barnes plays the ball in towards Vardy. Vardy beats his man, plays it across the face of the goal. And some desperate defending there by Troost-Ekong puts it out for a corner.
Wow. The boys, oh my goodness, the boys are feeling it right now. Vardy and Madison play a little 1-2 over here, and Harvey play a little 1-2, and Vardy's the one putting the cross in with his left, which he does really well. Flash across the goal. 2 people in the box, Madison and Lookman. Desperate defending by the Watford defender, and it's out for a corner.
Some very good, it's a good reach there by Troost-Ekong, though, to put that cross out for the corner. High cross comes in, nearly finds Johnny Evans.
Ooh, great marking by Watford because Johnny, he just needs another inch or so, and his head is on that ball, and that's the 3rd goal. Wow.
Yeah, that was very close. Very close. Ranieri will be having words with the Watford team about that at halftime. They're not getting pizza if they let in a goal like that.
Yeah, no pizza for you. They're like, pizza? Come on, I'm a grown man. It's all good.
Dilly ding,
Yeah.
dilly dong.
It's always happy hour somewhere. You're right.
Leicester City coming forward again. Ademola Lookman on the right wing. Threads a beautiful pass over to James Maddison. Madison dekes his man, takes a shot, and it's just wide of the goal.
And he grabs his head because he thinks he could have done a lot better, and so do I. But we're playing these balls in behind. We're not hoofing it over. We're seeing the run early, and we're playing the perfect pass. Oh, man, maybe
this is the Leicester City that finished in the Europa League spots. This is the Leicester City we were used to seeing last season.
Yes, this is it. And maybe Watford is just in the wrong formation because we have them on these overlapping runs just done. Like this is like a third or fourth time where one of our guys is behind with no. And here
you say that we're in again. Timmy Castagna on the right wing plays a ball across. He was looking for Madison, but he just misplaces that.
I don't know. If
we have been ruthless on this right wing, making mincemeat out of. I think it's.
Come on,
Josh
Johnny,
King and Messina.
And Johnny Evans is putting in a tackle all the way 18 yards into the Watford half, but it's out for a Watford throw.
But that's the spirit that we've been looking for from this team. Like these matches where we've been worried about Brendan Rodgers' status and worried about our performances, like we haven't seen this kind of heart from the Leicester City players in a while.
Absolutely.
These are the fearless foxes again. Jamie Vardy almost crashes into Bachmann trying to collect a wayward backwards pass.
Are they showing off for Claudio? Are they saying, look what we do now, boss? Look what we do.
Show off for Brendan. Come on.
They don't like Brendan.
Low cross comes in by Watford, but that is cleared out by Leicester. And now Harvey Barnes comes up the left wing with the ball. Coming up towards the halfway line, passes it across to Madison. Madison dekes his man.
Oh, they are.
We're into the Watford half.
They're showing off.
Ball goes up to Thomas. Thomas plays it back towards Madison. Madison to Sumare. We're probably going to switch this up, go towards the right wing. We try to, but that ball towards Castagna intercepted.
Intercepted.
And now Dennis looks to break. He's up against Johnny Evans.
He takes on Johnny, but Johnny sticks his foot in.
Let's go. Timmy Castagna coming up the right wing now. Slow trot, but they're giving him so much space. Ademola Lookman in the middle. Plays it across towards Luke Thomas.
Luke Thomas in the middle of the pitch.
No, sorry, that's Barnes. That's Barnes.
Barnes takes his man on to the Barnes. Oh, come on, Harvey.
Did he get tackled or is that a goal kick?
Out for a corner. Johnny's walking up slowly for the corner.
Just showing the replay there. What a tackle that was. Giving him absolutely nothing. Yeah, Nick Moore saying Brendan should bring back Claudio's clean sheet equals a pizza deal. They won't have any pizza all season.
Brendan never buys pizza. Brendan probably doesn't even eat pizza.
All right, so the ball is set on the corner. Looks as though it's going to be Madison to take. I can barely make out his face on the broadcast.
It's Madison. He's taking him today.
Cross comes in. Jamie Vardy.
Goal! It goes in. Let's go.
That is Leicester 3, Watford 1. And hang on, I got to bring this back because they took this away the last time. You could get a picture of the Loch Ness Monster. You could get a picture of Bigfoot. Or you could get a picture of Leicester City scoring from a corner. And with that, it is Leicester City 3, Watford 1.
I mean, it's a set piece play. I don't know if it's supposed to go in. It's supposed to be a flick on, and the two defenders are running onto the far post, but it goes in. Oh my goodness, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand, Watford.
I'll tell you what, though. Oh no, that Claudio Ranieri not happy in the snow.
Not happy.
CF31 honestly expected us to lose today. Well, hey, I'm knocking on wood again when I put that comment up because this match isn't over. But Leicester City have been thoroughly in control for maybe these last 10, 15 minutes.
Absolutely. And you can't ever expect us to lose. Come on, man. You got to expect us to win.
And now Jamie Vardy, when he's going to be taking shots, he's going to be on a hat trick.
Oh, he's on his hat trick. He has a whole half to do it. I don't know if we're going to see Daka today, guys.
Probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not. Like maybe I'm gonna pull up the live because my graphic is outdated. It has the wrong formation. Maybe he could come
Maybe
on
late.
for Lookman
Yeah.
if we were to switch to maybe a 2 up front formation.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him coming on for Vardy. Vardy's having a day right now.
Brendan wants him to take home that ball. Fee with another 99p super sticker. Thank you so much. Leicester City really draining your accounts today as Jamie Vardy comes in once more. He's around. He's got a hat trick and it's saved by Bachmann.
Oh my goodness. What a ball.
What a ball. What a run.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my, that was nearly 4-1, nearly hat trick Vardy. He was offside anyways, according to the linesman. We're just seeing the replay on that. It would have gone to VAR. The trailing arm of the defender may have put him offside, but he probably was offside. But
great save.
Regardless, very good goalkeeping by Bachmann there.
Ooh,
I'll tell you what, Sean predicted us a 5-0 in the pre-match. We could be on track for 5 today.
Let's go. Good one, Sean. Good one.
Ball cleared up towards the halfway line by Leicester. We might look to break again. But that will go towards the Watford defender, and they're now trying to break, but their passes are going right out for a throw-in.
Watford's all discombobulated right now. They have no idea what's going on. I don't see any instruction from Claudio. He just got his arms folded. The snow is piling up in his collar.
Well, we know how important defense and clean sheets are to Claudio. So to be 3-1 down at halftime, it's going to be very disappointing for him. But they're going to try to make it 3-2 here. Dennis coming forward. Passes the ball back. I think that was towards Cathcart. Ball now with Sissoko on the wing, but we're forcing them to turn and go back. They're all the way back to their defense now. Truce to Kong plays it across towards Cathcart.
Chased by Vardy.
We're pressing, not giving them the chance to go forward. Big block there, and that's out for a throw-in. And I'll tell you what, Jason Mills, you might be right here. They're there for the taking now, and we could get 5 or 6. We are the Chelsea of today's match.
We have blue on at least.
We do have the blue on at least. And Daka is on the bench, Wendy. So we were saying that we might not see him this match because the defense has been performing so well. The only person I could see him coming on for would be Lookman. And even then, that's not against Lookman's performance. It's just the fact that he normally doesn't play the full 90 to begin with.
Right. And Vardy's on a hat trick. That's my one reason why he's not going to come off.
Oh, yeah. Brendan. I know that Brendan is a very tactically focused man. He's not somebody who really thinks around those sorts of like more sentimental things, but I think he's going to want to give Vardy the chance for a hat trick because that's going to play such a role in his emotive state.
Right. That's part of managing a player. You know, they're on a hat trick. You know, if they come out the game, they're going to have a hissy fit about it. I'm give him a couple more minutes to try to get his hat trick.
William Robinson with some stats here for us. Jamie Vardy is now Leicester's joint 3rd top goal scorer of all time.
Oh, wow.
Club founded in the 1800s at 156 goals.
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
Free kick played up by Kasper Schmeichel. Will not find a Leicester City player. And I thought that could be another free kick, but that is out for
halftime.
That is out for halftime. So disappointed Claudio Ranieri on his return to the King Power. Heads off the field along with the squad. A despondent-looking Truce to Kong. He made the mistake that led to the first goal.
What a great half of football for Leicester and Leicester supporters.
Absolutely. We have needed to see this in the Premier League again for a long time. So for a quick refresher, so it's Leicester 3, Watford 1 at halftime. 2 for Vardy, 1 for Madison. Watford's goal coming from a Josh King penalty following a big tackle by Ndidi that was just missed time. Foxes never quit. It is snowing quite a bit in the King Power at the moment. Chris P thinks he might know why things are changing. Ever since Matters changed his hairstyle, he's been phenomenal.
Well, how did he change his hairstyle? Did he get
I'm not sure.
Because he did have the mutton chops. He kind of was going with the Logan from Wolverine look there for a while.
3 matches also being played consequently at the moment. So just for your halftime updates, Manchester City beating West Ham 1-0, and Brentford currently leading Everton at the Brentford Community Stadium 1-0. So, as it stands, Leicester City would currently rise back into the top 10, jumping Manchester United, who do still have a game in hand. And they would find themselves behind only on 1 goal difference behind Brighton and Hove Albion. So 1 more goal for Leicester could see us as high as 8th by the end of this match day.
There's showing Matters goal again. Just why did this guy leave the ball for him? It's crazy.
Yeah, so for those of you who couldn't see the broadcast, the first goal that fell to Maddison, it was a high through ball, lofted, trying to get over the line, and it was falling to, it could have been a pass to Troost-Ekong, the way that it was falling to him. And he just pulls his head down into his shoulders, lets the ball go over him. I don't know if maybe he thought Backman had it covered. I cannot get into Troost-Ekong's head to know what he was thinking, but it falls right into the feet of Maddison, who has enough time to take 3 touches in the penalty area, one-on-one with Bachmann. He's looking around going like, is there really nobody else here? Thank you kindly. Puts it in the net.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. I gotta get out the studio. I gotta get a cup of coffee.
Yep. I will let you go, and I will talk some of our commenters through halftime. So we'll see you at kickoff for the second half.
Cheers.
All right. So get your thoughts in on that first half. Was seeing a few people saying that. So that's Madison's new hairstyle right there. The top is shorter and his hair isn't as loose as it used to be. Well, he's not allowed to change it to anything else now. I'll tell you one thing that also changed. I stopped wearing this shirt. We brought the King Power back for the watch-alongs, and maybe we'll need to keep doing that because I don't think I think we maybe won like 1 or 2 games that I've done a watch-along in when I've worn the FBS shirt, which is unfortunate because I really like the shirt. Excellent effort from a lot of the players. Bea Mayer saying that I love the way that Marty and Madison are putting effort into this match. Absolutely. I'm very, very happy with the way that our front lines have been performing here at halftime. Dino Sanders, I put Kieran Dewsbury Hall on for Ndidi, who's on a yellow. I'm not so sure about that because Dewsbury Hall, I'm not sure that he's quite as defensively minded as Ndidi, at least from what I've seen of their performances. He feels like a more natural substitution for more of like a Barnes or a Madison type player. I'm not quite sure that he'd be a natural fit as an Ndidi replacement. I don't think Ndidi is going to get sent off. I think he's smart enough to not take a second booking. But if he were to come off, I would, looking at the lineup, maybe Chowdhury would be the more natural substitution for him, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. You can't take Wilf off for KDH because KDH is an attacking midfielder, not defensive. Yeah, I think Chowdhury would be the more natural substitution for that versus KDH. Yeah, Vardy on fire today. He's really found that that form of old. Leo saying Evans has been questionable defensively. He's had his moments, but I would say that he's still been reasonably solid. He stopped a fair few times when he was the last man. He came in with some big challenges and realistically stopped them from having some good attempts on Casper's goal. Daniel saying we're not back. It's only Watford, but you say that, let's not forget the fact that we lost a lot of games that we should have won last season when we were in incredible form. You got to take every game as they go, build your momentum when you can, and regardless of who your opponent is, you need to get in there and you need to get all 3 points, and that's exactly what Leicester City are trying to do and looking like they could do. Is Ndidi on a yellow? That's a fair point. No, he was not booked for it. He gave away a penalty for it, but he was not booked. Honestly, if there was a player that needed to be booked, I would have said Sumare probably had a booking most likely coming as he went studs down onto the ankle of Chucho Hernandez on the outside of the penalty area. However, no bookings have been given for either team as it stands on the half. Kevin starting on the Uzo in anticipation of a fourth, but the defense has more leaks than an old tap. We'll be keeping our fingers crossed for something a little bit more solidly defensively. Maybe Brendan does need to bring back pizza clean sheets. But you enjoy the Uzo. You're definitely in a much better time of day to be having the Uzo than for Michael or myself. Royd saying our performance so far is not as convincing as the scoreline. Brendan has a lot to sort out defensively. I would agree on that. Our defense has definitely been our weaker point. But I think this is at least back into the form where we were performing against Spartak Moscow and Manchester United, where we have been shaky defensively, but our offense has been doing enough to still get us those 3 points at the end of the day. We're not keeping clean sheets, but we're scoring enough goals to come back on the other side of things there. Steve James, good first half. Hopefully we keep it up and score a couple more. Absolutely. Hayden, we're on fire first half. My prediction is going to be 12-1 full time, maybe even 14-1, if not 10-1. Very optimistic. You and Sean joining in the big score predictions club. You'll love to see it. Tom Hendrick, I hope we don't shut shop like we did against Legia midweek. We need to up that goal difference. I completely agree on that. I don't think we'll be quite as offensive as we were in the last half because we can expect some tactical changes from Watford in the second half because they're going to need to pull back into this game. They are obviously trying their best to stay safe in the league. However, goal difference is very important. If we can get Leicester City into 8th place by the end of this match week, it won't be that difficult for us to pull ourselves back up into those European spots to sort of do what Arsenal was doing over the last few weeks and really pull back into where we really thought we should be and thought we deserved to be at the start of the season, and hopefully where our performances can really make us deserve to be as well. Vardy is on fire because we're playing to our and his strengths, pace. One other thing that I would say around that as well is that's also been playing very well by Timmy Castagna. He deserves a lot of credit for the runs that he was making on the right wing. Finds himself in acres of space through not only pace, but also incredible timing of his runs as well. He knows how to find his space and get into it. He's been very, very good this match. And if it weren't for how incredible Vardy and Maddison have been, I'd be calling him my man of the match. So I think he needs to be in that discussion as well. This was honestly that exact game I was thinking of when I was mentioning the take things one game at a time. And regardless of how good you think your opponent might be, a good performance is a good performance. We went 4-0 down to Newcastle, a team that were fighting relegation that season. And that's what ended up ultimately costing us Europe. So all things considered, even if it is against a team like Watford, who I still have a fair bit of respect for, I'm going to take this performance as a big, big positive for turning our momentum around. I would completely agree with this. If Ndidi is going to come off, there will be a change of formation to a 4-4-2. Yeah, Marlon, you took a shower, now you're 3-1 up. Exactly. I had that happen once. I overslept one day when we were facing Tottenham, and I tuned into us being 2-0 up against them, and that was only by like 15th, 20th minute of that match. That was one of those games that was kicking off at like 6:30 in the morning here in Canada. Yeah, JV Vardy has been on fire. LCFC Gray, more goals. Please don't sit back. I think we'll all be hoping to see that. Yes, welcome back to the stream, Marlon. They have been very, very good. We want 4. Be great to bag a few more goals in the second half to give the goal difference a boost. Exactly. It's one of those things where just can't show mercy to your opponents. When you're playing well and you're scoring goals, score more of them because it will matter in the final scoreline. It's one of those things like I saw a lot of people commenting on those sorts of things with England's match against San Marino and scoring 10 goals there. Those matter. Because at the end of the day, if you end up level on points, if you scored those 10 goals, you end up higher in the table. So let's get as many as we can get out of Watford. Let's hop over Brighton, and let's start challenging for Europe again. Elbow Coffin, good vibes from Royd. Cristiano, good to see you tuning in. You're going to be playing 11:30 my time against Chelsea, that was it. Chelsea against Manchester United. That's going to be a pretty exciting match. Bayamir updating their score prediction to a 5-2. Nick Moore, the frustrating thing is we knew this performance was there and not to see it for so long. Absolutely. I think that's where so many Leicester City fans have been frustrated is with the fact that we know that this is what the team are capable of. You know, there's been all those people that are saying this is why Leicester don't deserve to be in the top 6. We know that we have the quality to be there. We need to solve our consistency. A little bit of housekeeping here. Thank you, Jamie, for reminding me about this as well. If you are enjoying the watch along, please give it a like. We're currently at 42 likes at the moment. If you can help us get to 100 by the end of the live stream, we would absolutely love that. As well, we're always looking to grow the channel. So if you are enjoying this, if you're a Leicester City supporter, if you're not a Leicester City supporter, but you want to know a little bit more of the Leicester perspective, please give us a subscribe. We got shows all through the week, and you don't have to listen to my accent all week. You only need to listen to it on the weekends. We've got Jamie's famous Aftermath show. We got the Fan Zone shows with Reedy. We got the WSL show. If you'd like to see more about the women's team, that's with Jack. So please subscribe. You can always watch any of our content, and it's always live. We always love to have you on if you're able to. So please like, share, and subscribe. Whatever social media you're watching on helps us grow the channel and helps more people, more Leicester City fans, get more Leicester City content into their hands. Ross Sloan, I don't even support Leicester, but I picked them for a completion where you need to pick a team every week, and hopefully we can see it out and you can go through. Ross, good on you for picking Leicester, and yeah, we'll all be keeping our fingers crossed for a good performance second half. Tom Hendrick, the last thing we need is for the game to be called off due to the snow. That's a fair concern. We'll be keeping fingers crossed. Hopefully, we won't see the match turn called off. It's been coming down, but not so much. The players can still play through these kinds of conditions. And one more goal is all we need to draw level on goal difference with Brighton, which I believe would pull us into 8th. Because I think we would have more goals for, which I think is the next. Yes. So if we were to draw level on goal difference with them, we have more goals for, which I believe would make us into 8th in the league. Reese Ellison asking, would you purchase Lookman on a permanent deal? I would very much like to. I think there's a lot of potential in him. I think he's a very, very strong player. And I think that he would be a very solid squad rotation player for us as well. Bayamir, watch out for the brilliant Watford defender, Truce de Kong. He is strong as defensive possession. He's had his moments, but of course, I think, unfortunately, what his takeaway from this match is going to be will be the fact that he gave the ball to Maddison for the first goal that really ended up setting that momentum for Leicester City in this match. Looks as though the snow may be coming down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are now seeing an update here, and there is some impressive snowfall coming down at the King Power here. They're running some water onto the field to try to subside this snow. But the players are in the tunnel. It looks as though this second half will be played. Chucho Hernandez has gotten himself some long sleeves. Groundskeeping is out sweeping the snow off the field. This second half is going forward as the Watford team take to the field. Michael, you ready to come back on? Okay, Michael's not ready yet, but we will have him on for the second half. Martin saying Sumare off, Dewsbury Hall on. That'll be some great news for Sean. We know he loves Kieran Dewsbury Hall. I will keep you posted as I see that. It looks as though there is a timer that's being ticked down on the broadcaster at the moment. Looks like 2 changes are going to be coming for Watford. Let me see who those players are. João Pedro is going to be coming on for Watford. And I just can't see the squad number of the other player who is going to be coming on. But as soon as I know, I will let you know as well. The Gubby Bush from Denmark and loves Kasper Schmeichel and Leicester City. Hope they win. Kasper Schmeichel been doing amazing for Denmark. Got through almost the entire group stage without conceding a goal. The other player coming on for Watford is the Turkish player Özcan Tufan, who will be coming on in favor of Tom Cleverley. Number 8 will be coming off. Their second substitution, João Pedro, will be coming on. Not certain yet who is coming off for him. Also just double checking, no changes of formation for either team as yet. The announcement has been made. Number 6 coming off for Watford. That is Imran Louza, the Moroccan player coming off. João Pedro coming on. No announcements of any substitutions yet for Leicester City. But yes, this momentum will not be interrupted yet. The game is going ahead. The snow isn't going to stop us. There's a little bit of snow building up on Jamie Vardy's head. Doesn't look like there's any substitutions for Leicester City. The start of the second half. It ain't broke. We're not fixing it. So we will be kicking off with the same lineup, it looks like. Referee just checking everything is good. Michael, you get to come back in?
Sure.
Perfect. And we have kicked off. So we'll also double check, get synced up. I'll let you know once I've got a timer back on, because my stream did, during the commercial breaks, it stopped being live. So just to double check.
Yeah, I think you
up.
might
I'm
be.
at 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, I haven't got the clock yet.
Okay, then I might be a little bit ahead.
17, 18, 19.
Okay, then I will, the next time the ball goes out of play, I will pause, and then we'll sync up.
Okay.
Watford currently pressing near the Leicester City area. Big cross comes in, and Kasper Schmeichel makes himself big, pulls that ball down, and holds it. Ball comes up, big clearance that goes straight to a Watford player and out for a throw in. Just as you expect. The Watford goalkeeper is not happy with the snow. So I'm going to pause at 46 minutes even.
Okay, cool. It's getting hard to see.
It is getting quite hard to see. And they're using the high visibility ball too, I believe.
40.
So I am paused on 46 minutes even. So just let me know when you're at like the final 5 seconds.
Oh, that was it. I'm at 05 now. Now I got to pause.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. I'll go back live and then I'll pause again. So now I'm at 46:19.
With 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, so I'll pause at 46:30.
Okay, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And Soyuncu shoves him off the ball. Yep. Josh King. Oh my goodness.
I had it paused to a lovely view of Chalar Soyuncu bulldozing Josh King over.
Just pushing him over.
So Nick Moore saying the pitch has undersoil heating, so the snow shouldn't be a problem for this game. It is still building up on the field. Big time flurries. This was the kind of snow I was seeing in Toronto earlier today.
Come on, Leicester.
Cross comes in from Watford. Falls to Emmanuel Dennis on the inside of the penalty area, but he can't get his shot off. He turns around, gets tackled, and is dispossessed. Leicester City regain possession. The passes along the ground are rugging. I don't know if you saw that defensive pass, but that ball was barely moving.
Yeah, this game is going to be fun the rest of the time now.
Absolutely. The slide tackles are going to be long, and the passes are going to be short.
Absolutely.
A lot of positivity coming in from Marlon, from Sonny Coldhammer, from Cristiano. Ed Gray is hoping for a Vardy hat trick. You and me both, because not only would that be huge for Jamie Vardy, but that will also help us get into 8th. Passing just doesn't quite work out there, and Watford regain possession. Hard for me to track the ball on here. Ndidi is tussling. I think that was with Ozan Tufan. Leicester regain possession. Ball is passed back towards Bachmann and cleared by Watford. Leicester will get there first, but Chucho Hernandez pressing Castagna, knocks him over, regains possession in the penalty area. He's in with a good chance. Passes to Josh King.
Let's go, Kasper! Woo!
Goalkeeping by Kasper Schmeichel.
He takes one too many touches. One too many touches. Oh, my goodness. He had a wide open goal. He takes one too many touches. The snow has just got everybody all confused. The ball over the top. Luke Thomas cannot handle it, and he gets shoved off the ball.
That was Castagna.
That's Luke Thomas. Castagna's on this side.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, poor control there by Luke Thomas then. Corner comes in and is cleared by Leicester City, but Kasper Schmeichel and Josh King in a one-on-one there. Schmeichel proving why Denmark qualified and Norway didn't.
Oh, that is Castagna. Excuse me. He gets shoved off. Wow. What a scramble we're on a play, and what a save by Kasper Schmeichel in the snow.
Absolutely great. Spider-like goalkeeping from Kasper Schmeichel there.
Wow. He doesn't want to play out from the back anymore because there's just...
No, he hoofs that ball upfield.
Oh, my goodness.
To the head of a Leicester City player.
Absolutely. Adam Lookman.
Wow. I'll tell you what, so that's 2 rarities now. We scored from a corner, and Kasper Schmeichel completed a long pass.
He's doing it. And Brendan
Rogers shouting some tactical advice.
Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
We need just like a little bit of a shock goal here, something against the momentum of the game that can really help us sort of reestablish our dominance in this match.
Yeah, and I wonder how the fans are feeling about all this snow falling on them right now. If they're singing or what's going on out there.
Let me check. I'm gonna take my volume off for a second.
I can't really hear them either, but
oh, there's some songs going.
Okay, yeah, I hear them.
I think they're singing the Everywhere We Go, but I'm not quite sure because I can't quite hear them over the commentators. Ball is out for a Watford throw-in. Kudos to all the players that are still playing in short sleeves.
Right. Short sleeves and no gloves.
Ball goes all the way back to Johnny Evans. He'll clear that upfield and out for a throw-in off the Watford player. And that is out for a Leicester City throw. Ian Barron. Hi, guys. I'm a Darlington FC fan. Made bankrupt in 2011, then reformed in 2012. Demoted 4 leagues. Fan-owned National League North club. We've had 3 promotions to date. So I am familiar with the story of Darlington, and it's really nice to see that you guys are working your way back up the leagues. Could be a little bit of like a Wimbledon scenario there. Would love to see you guys back into, I believe you were like League 1, League 2 regulars. Would love to see you back in there. Yeah, Liam, we're doing our best to track the ball as well. But while I'm sure the players have better visibility of the yellow ball, it looks white on my screen. So I don't have great visibility on it either. As Josh King breaks into the penalty area, covered by Soyuncu, forced to turn around. His pass intercepted by Madison, and we move forward. But yeah, these ground passes are chugging along.
Vardy. He plays the 1-2 with Harvey. Harvey's all the way down into the penalty area.
Gets tackled.
Oh my goodness, it's hard to see with all the snow.
What a good break that was by Harvey Barnes. Watford try to clear the ball forward. It ends up bouncing back. It's covered in the midfield.
Shoved
big
off.
tackle by Big Wilfin Ndidi. By Lookman.
Lookman's
our shirt numbers are white. It's hard for me to read them.
For sure.
James Madison now with the ball in the center of the play. He'll play it over towards Sumare. Sumare plays it on the wing towards Barnes. Barnes plays it forward. Cross comes into the area, will not find anyone. And that's out for a corner off that play by Lookman.
Woo! Man, look at the field. That's awesome.
There's a bit of a Leicester Darlington connection. Apparently, Casper Schmeichel was on loan at Darlington back in the day.
Oh, wow. Casper on loan.
I think Casper also played for Leeds on loan at one point. That may have been when he was with Manchester City. He played for Leeds.
Okay,
all right, big cross looking to come in. Corner played in. Nearly finds Evans on the header, but cleared by the Watford defenders. Reclaimed by a high press on by Luke Thomas. Barnes plays it across. He finds Ndidi with some space. He shoots. His shot is blocked, and that ball will fall to Chucho Hernandez, who will now look to break forward for Watford. Ball coming up through the midfield. Sumare. Woo! That was an intentional challenge, and well done by Sumare, who then also turns and manages to maintain possession while being pulled down. And now Lookman looks to break us forward.
Plays the ball to Vardy.
Plays it to Vardy. Vardy looks across, finds Madison in the area. He plays it back. Shot taken by Lookman. I have no idea where that ball went.
Blocked, and Harvey has it out here on the near side. And
correct. He'll play the ball back towards Ndidi. Ndidi plays the ball over, and that is with Evans just outside the center circle. Evans towards Sumare.
Sumare and Castagna playing it 1-2 back and forth, and we'll play it all the way back to Evans.
Trying to so hard to see anything that's happening.
The ball just I was going to say it just stops. But the ball's a free kick.
Anthony's saying we need the good old-fashioned orange balls. Because this yellow ball, like the moment it gets a little bit of snow on it, I think there's also white on the design of it. It's a gorgeous ball, but it doesn't work
Watford's
in the snow.
Kit too. Watford's kit is just messing up everything.
It's a bad time for me on my like tiny second monitor to try to keep track of this. We got white numbers and a white ball, and it's snowing.
Right. And I'm watching on a 65-inch, and I just cannot see. I'm just like,
pass to Castagna is just overcooked. He does his best to keep the ball in, but that will go out for a Watford goal kick. We are 54 and a half minutes into this game, and it is Leicester 3, Watford 1. Yeah, Liam Batchelor, I'm laughing my head off watching all the players running, but no ball. That's exactly what we're seeing as well. We're just judging like based on who's running and looks like they have a ball, they must be the player with the ball.
Right.
Ball currently with Chucho Hernandez. He runs the ball out of play, and that's a Leicester City throw-in near the halfway line. Just double checking as well. So again, still no tactical formation changes by either team. So as it stands, Leicester City still playing a 4-2-3-1. Watford still playing a... Oh no, Watford have switched to a 4-1-4-1. The formation they played against Manchester United. So Watford have changed their formation.
Right. They need to score. They're just going to play with Sissoko in front of the back four. So we just need to continue to press their back line. We got to play like in and out of these guys. It's going to be hard to play. I don't know. It's going to be hard to play these long balls.
On that note of players, no gloves, no sleeves, is Johnny Evans, who's now coming into the penalty area to try to receive this crossed free kick. It's played out towards him, but intercepted by the Watford player. Luke Thomas wins the clearance by Watford. And as the ball bounces around, it falls to Chucho Hernandez. We're still deep in the Watford half. He plays the ball high and over. And that will not get past the Leicester City defense. That will not get past Luke Thomas. And now Leicester regain possession. Ball now with Harvey Barnes. He gets knocked down from behind by number 21.
The snow is piling up.
Semenia.
Like, honestly, it's starting to really pile up out there. The ball was out here on the sideline, just stuck and just like spun in its place. It's just getting really bad.
This is winter football right here. Anthony Beebe can see someone getting injured in these conditions. We'll be hoping not. Like, you never wish an injury on anybody. The tackles have been fairly well controlled so far. So it looks as though the players may have at least had some like harsh conditions training. Like the ball is not behaving very well, but I would say the players are. As the ball bounces off the corner flag, and instead of getting the goal kick they wanted, Watford will get a throw in at the corner flag.
You can see this is hilarious.
And the throw-in goes straight to Harvey Barnes. He plays the ball to James Maddison. Maddison maintains possession, takes a shot from the distance,
deflection.
And it's deflected, and that'll likely be a corner kick. I think the ball may have slipped out of the Watford player's hands as he tried to take the throw-in.
Oof.
That would be my only guess because his throw-in was so high.
And
there was right to the head of Harvey Barnes.
There was a bunch of snow on the ball as well.
I think it was Cathcart taking that throw in. He was hesitant to put the ball in his shirt to get the snow off because like that would make you freezing pretty quickly.
And more wet.
We played short corner take, and James Maddison now has the ball breaking in towards the penalty area. Plays a short pass. Ball currently now with Harvey Barnes outside the penalty area. We're forced to turn around though. Wilfin Didi plays the ball across. He'll find Sumare. Sumare plays it over to Castagna. Castagna crosses in. I cannot see the ball. It's cleared out back towards Castagna, and that will go out for a Leicester City throw-in. Ooh, this is a tough question to answer. Who do you think was better in their prime, Vardy or Lineker?
Was Lineker's prime in Leicester City though? Was that Lineker's prime?
I would say so. I would say Lineker's prime was at Leicester. But the problem is, like, I didn't get to see much football when Lineker was in his prime. Like, I would have been like shot from a distance comes in from Maddison, but that is held by Bachmann. But yeah, like I think my recency bias and the fact that just I've seen so much more of Vardy play, I might be inclined to say Vardy, but that shouldn't diminish any of Lineker's legendary status.
Right.
I think at the same time we also need to mention that, like, good as Lineker was, Vardy won us a Premier League.
Absolutely. And Vardy's prime, he's like 29, 30, 31, you know, a lot of these players are primes are 25, 26. Vardy's prime is now, you know, or he's coming to the end of it.
I'm not sure what the percentage needed to avoid a replay would be. As Watford come in, they're breaking towards the penalty area. Shot is taken, and I think it went wide. And then Gray also mentioning, so they are distinctly different players. Lineker was more of like a predatory forward. I assume someone who could like receive the ball and just take a shot very quickly, whereas Jamie Vardy is much more of a runner who gets into space. William Robinson, fair enough. Lineker saying Lineker was never at his best at Leicester, but he was a better goal scorer. Yeah, he was obviously definitely great for England. Left his mark on the pitch. Ball now with Ndidi in the midfield. And we're forced to turn around.
Oh, he plays it back.
That's a calamity in defense. Watford coming forward. They're one-on-1. And that is 3-2.
This is what's going to happen in the snow.
Yep.
Castagna just slips. He makes a big divot. He's asking for a foul, but
yeah, he's appealing for a foul. Maybe this will go to VAR, but as it stands, it is Leicester 3, Watford 2. They've already taken the ball back to the center circle. Seeing the replay on this. The pass is played back. That could be a foul if he doesn't touch the ball there as he knocks Castagna over. Wait to see if this might go to VAR.
He just shoves him off and takes it from him.
Shoves him up, but also clips his ankle.
Does he?
I think I see an ankle.
This is a better angle right here. This is a better angle.
Definitely. Yeah. That running leg.
That is a foul, man.
We'll have to see if this goes to VAR. There's discussions going on with the referee. Kasper Schmeichel is standing at the halfway line. So, like, we're not kicking off anytime soon.
Yes,
we are going to VAR.
Oh,
surely this is going to get turned over.
You got to put, if you're going to play like that, you have to put your shoulder in. You can't just use your leg as the shield. You got to use your body. And that, I don't know.
Like, Anthony Beebe thinks that he gets the ball first. I personally think this could be a foul.
Foul him to get the ball.
We're hearing, the referee is hearing, goal is given.
Yikes.
No foul.
All right.
Emmanuel Dennis scores the second for Watford. Leicester now need 2 goals to move into 8th place.
And there's still a half an hour to play.
Leicester players still making their voices heard to the referee.
Come on, guys! I went to VAR. That guy on the pitch.
You're not going to overturn that decision.
This is my favorite picture of these guys, and since they're the ones that were balling today, I put it up.
That's some good passion right there. We haven't kicked off yet for some reason. It looks like there's still more discussions on. Oh no, they're clearing the lines.
Snowblower
to clear the lines. Harvey Barnes, just having some discussion with the groundskeepers, I guess. But yeah, there's a quick break in play just to sweep the snow off of all the lines.
This is awesome.
You love to see it. Like I said, this is proper winter football right here. Backman doing his part, just kicking the snow off of the lines of the penalty area. While there's this break in play, I'll just jump over and take a look at the scores around the horn. As it stands, Man City and Brentford, no changes in either of their games. So Man City still 1-0 up on West Ham. Brentford still 1-0 up on Everton. I can also take a quick look at those goal scorers as well. Manchester City, Ilkay Gundogan, the goal scorer in the 33rd minute. And for Brentford, their goal scorer is, of course, Ivan Toney from the penalty spot in the 24th minute to lead 1-0 at Everton.
I just showed a replay of Dennis's goal again.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate the way that lines up. Timmy Castagna.
It was just a little too casual on the ball, and Dennis was bearing down, and he just wanted it more.
Yeah. I still think that it was a fair call for a foul there, but
it could have gone either way.
Yeah,
but once
you can't dispute VAR once they've made their decision.
Yeah, once it went to VAR, it was going to be a goal. I think.
I really thought the moment they started the review that the goal was going to get called off, but this is what happens.
This is what happens.
Schmeichel still having words with the referee about that, but. That's what Schmeichel does. He always makes his protests heard. Still clearing more snow off of the lines. Fans in the front few rows are getting dusted.
And it looks like some people are like trying to go for cover in the concourses or in the upper levels.
And it looks as though we are about to kick back off. I didn't see that, but it is possible that I'm just not seeing it correctly. But apparently he did touch the ball first, and Castagna didn't have it under control. I didn't think he touched the ball. I wasn't disputing the content. Like, I knew it would be a question of did he touch the ball first. I didn't see that, but at the same time, I also recognize
what's going on.
Leicester City immediately looked to move forward, but just some poor communication breaks down, and Watford regained the ball. King now coming forward, tries to switch up play, finds his man, breaks into the penalty area. Big tackle there. I think that was Castagna.
Luke Thomas.
That was Luke Thomas, who then gets absolutely marshaled over by Dennis, who hurts himself in the challenge.
What's your timestamp at?
65, 27, 28, 29.
Okay, I'm going to pause mine at 45.
Cool. Well, here, hang on. I'll put myself live again.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see what timestamp that gives me. Because we should try to be as so I'm at 66 minutes, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. 55, 56. Yeah, I'm still like 5 seconds behind you.
Okay, so I am paused at 66:10.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. Yeah, Mike Ruck saying a clear foul. VAR replay shows over and over. We can all see it's a foul. And still the goal is given. It's one of the, I think it may also be a fact that the thing with VAR is that it's not just whether or not they see it, but whether they can see it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, overturning the call on the field.
So it could even just be like they may have even thought it was a foul, but if they didn't think it was clear and obvious, then they're not going to overturn the referee's decision.
The thing is, they're all referees. The referee up in the booth will be on the field next week. And what they don't want to be doing is second guessing their colleagues all the time.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, the onus is now on Leicester to turn that momentum back around. Nearly a through ball played there for Harvey Barnes, but that will trickle through towards Bachmann. Bachmann plays the ball short, and we are high pressing there. Harvey nearly dispossesses the defender there.
Yes!
Big collision there.
Yes!
Sends a Watford player to the ground. We're getting physical here.
Luke Thomas plays a through ball to Harvey.
He finds Harvey Barnes. He's breaking in. Takes the shot. Saved. Rebound is put in by Ademola Lookman. And there's that goal back.
Let's go.
What a high-scoring affair this is.
This is so awesome.
As it stands, Messina is still on the field and will receive treatment. However, the whistle was not blown. A foul was not given. And as it stands, it is Leicester City 4, Watford 2.
Yeah, Luke Thomas plays a through ball. It looks like it's for Vardy, but Vardy leaves it for Harvey, who runs behind, and he's doing his little rollovers, and he looks like he's going to open his body up and hit it with his right, but he switches it over to his left and leaves it for Lookman across the box, who puts it in. It's an amazing goal, very unselfish by Harvey, and wow, this snow game
you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. Was like, credit not only for the incredible dribbling work of Harvey Barnes there to get in, make that run, but also to not be selfish. He could have easily taken a shot there, but Bachmann had him well covered, and Barnes knew that.
Oy, what a great pass.
And as a fourth goal comes in, comes a fourth 99p super sticker from Fee. Thank you so much. On the bright side, at least, it does look as though Messina is back on his feet. It was just a very hard collision between Castagna. It looks like a collision of kneecaps, maybe a shin to a boot there.
And a shoulder in the chest.
Messina definitely in a fair bit of discomfort. However, does look as though, at least even if he comes off the field, he won't be out long term, which is good news for Watford. And even as a opposition supporter, you don't want to see a player injured long term. So it's good to see him back on his feet.
What was really good to see is Castagna not pulling out of that challenge and going in 110%.
Exactly. And Beamer saying credit to the young defender. Castagna redeeming himself.
Yes. Yes.
Gets in there, makes himself physical, makes up for the fact that he got knocked over too easily. He wasn't going to get knocked off his feet there.
No, he
and
wasn't.
Sets us up for a goal. And guess what? We're now back into that same position. 1 goal off of being 8th in the league.
Let's go. Come on, Leicester.
What a match for the neutrals this is as well. 4-2. 6 goals scored already. Quick update around the horn as well. No updates. 1-0 in both of those games. Substitution for Watford is going to be coming up. I can't help but assume that will be for Messina. They're not going to want to risk him if he does have some kind of minor impact injury. They won't want to exacerbate that. Ball is played back towards Bachmann, and he will hoof that ball upfield. Johnny Evans will win that. Little bit of calm passing play in the Leicester City half at the moment. Ndidi's pass is tackled, and that is out for a Leicester throw. Substitution is made, and it is not Messina coming off, but Dennis in favor of Fletcher. Not sure Fletcher's first name. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Ashley Fletcher.
I don't know this guy either.
It's like,
He's
I know it's not
huge,
Darren Fletcher, and that's the Fletcher that I know.
He's huge.
He is a big guy. Leicester City coming forward again. Jamie Vardy maintains possession
He
against
his
4
way.
players.
Oh, Jamie Vardy
Trustin
still.
Kong will just poke the ball clear, and that is out for a Leicester City throw-in.
Jamie Vardy with gas, still in the tank, still taking it to Watford's back line, still willing to take players on out wide. I love it.
Pass is just overcooked, and that's out for a Watford throw now in the same position.
I think it's about time for us to be making some subs. Or is Brendan thinking about he doesn't want to disturb what's going on right now on the pitch?
It's a good quote. We're into Brendan time. We're into that point where Rodgers would normally start making substitutions.
Because Tinkerman's
it might be a little bit of that. It's not broken. Why change it?
Right.
It might just be a stamina thing. If we start seeing a player slowing down, maybe we'll see a substitution. But it doesn't look like any tactical substitution is needed.
Yeah, just a bunch of clapping. Just a bunch of clapping from Brendan. Madison
Indeed,
plays the ball
off the defensive clearance, and we're breaking again. Jamie Vardy on the right wing. Watford get back in numbers. Vardy forced to hold up play just because he doesn't have anyone to pass it to. Now it's with Ndidi playing back and forth with Sumare. Ball goes all the way back towards Soyuncu in the center circle. Soyuncu finds Barnes. Barnes looking to do a one-touch push on towards Vardy, but just doesn't get the timing right. And that is over towards Bachmann in the Watford goal. I kind of agree with this from CF31. Emmanuel Dennis shouldn't have come off. He was playing very, very well, but we're not going to complain about that.
Here's Fletcher.
Fletcher coming forward, takes a shot, but that will trickle right into the loving arms of Kasper Schmeichel.
Watford is huge. They got a bunch of really tall guys on the pitch right now. Long guys.
Which is exactly what they're going
all over the top.
Leicester City already breaking.
Oi.
They just come off from the replay, and the ball is immediately Jamie Vardy running into the penalty area as the ball comes across to him. Just showing the replay on that now.
Ball from Castagna.
Beautiful ball.
Lookman cross. Oh, Vardy just wasn't at it.
Just overcooks the pass. It's a little bit too close to the net for Jamie Vardy to poke that in, but that was a 5th goal on a silver platter right there. Leicester City back in the penalty area again. James Maddison plays it off the defender, and that is a corner kick.
Oh, James Maddison's he's sucking wind. He might need to come out.
Maybe, but he has also played so well today. He is a player that has been playing for the badge. William Robinson saying Dennis can be a hothead. Already been booked 6 times. So a little bit of insight coming in there. Not sure if you might be a Watford supporter, Will, but yeah, any insight you might have on Watford, we'd love to hear it.
I think he's his left.
Corner comes in. High ball into the penalty area. Up and over. Falls towards Ndidi, who shoots. His shot gets blocked. Falls to Soyuncu, who fires wide.
He was trying to do some fancy outside of the boot stuff there.
You know what I might say, and this is definitely my hideous bias showing, Could be Mark Albrighton time.
Yeah, Mark Albrighton come shut it down.
Exactly.
Lookman's coming off.
Lookman's coming off. Could be
Mark
for Mark Albrighton. Could be for Perez.
Yeah, he's been Albrighton. You called
Mark Albrighton.
Woo-hoo.
The bet is on. If Albrighton scores from a corner, I'm getting the mint kit.
You're gonna get the tablecloth.
I'm gonna get the tablecloth. You know what? I love a good patterned shirt. So I like it that little bit more than the gray shirt. But yeah, Albrighton now on. He's gonna bring some more stamina onto that wing. Lookman normally doesn't play the full 90 minutes anyways, and that might be a stamina issue. Fair play, Will. Leicester fan does a lot of research. Good on you. Good on you for knowing that.
Will Robinson. That name looks.
CF got a soft spot for Watford. They play some beautiful football and have some talent. Well, Watford is coming into the penalty area once more. Shot taken from distance, but it is high, wide, and not very handsome. Yeah, that's fair. I tend to have a soft spot for a lot of the teams that are generally in the lower half of the league. You're sort of like promotion relegation teams, your Watfords, your Bournemouths.
Yeah, but
Norwich a big one.
How could you be soft spot for Watford after 2013? The 2014 championship final.
Yes,
final.
I will give you that. I wasn't going to talk about it. I think I still can, because at the end of that, we lost that battle, but we won the war, because who's got a Premier League in their cabinet?
Definitely won the war.
Who's got an FA Cup in their cabinet?
Yeah, definitely won the war, but
no, I don't talk about that.
Dini and that damn Anthony Knockhart.
Mark Albrighton does a good job of stopping the Watford pass. And after a little bit of bouncing, we regain possession. Albrighton under some intense pressure from Messina, gets knocked down after shielding the ball well, earns the free kick, and just has like a nice high five, nice handshake with Messina. They know they're playing sportsmanlike.
Absolutely. It's good to see Mark get some playing time, get some run in.
And this was an interesting thing. Well, so 2013, Willie Robinson in 2013 was the best thing that happened to us. If we had won that playoff, where would Leicester's history have ended up? Would we have won the Premier League? Would we have had the Great Escape?
Good question. Good question.
Ndidi currently with the ball finds Castagna. Offside on Jamie Vardy, and Watford will regroup there. And LCFC Gray coming in. You could have a soft spot for Watford, but it could be worse. You could follow Forest.
Why am I buzzing on
I
this?
will give Nottingham Forest one piece of credit. They got a nice looking kit this year.
Forest kit?
Yeah, the solid red shirt with a nice simple sponsor looks very good. Jamie Vardy almost tackles Bachmann there. Bachmann takes a little bit too much time on the ball, but Vardy just runs by him. I think he was just looking to intimidate there. He knows that goalkeepers normally get benefit of the doubt in refereeing decisions. He wouldn't, if he'd scored from that wouldn't have stood. Joanna, Watford came up after we lost Vichai and held up a massive banner for him. Top gave all the Watford fans free food and drink at halftime. There's my soft spot for Watford. A few other teams did the same. That's honestly one of the things that I also love about English football is when you get into these clubs that are like such important parts of the community, your Watfords, your Norwiches, their Leicesters, they're very often there for each other around things like when we lost Vichai. Those teams are there to do great things like moments of silence, big banners in support of each other, free food for opposition fans. And it's one of those things that like really builds like camaraderie. There's not really a football team I hate in England.
Right. It's a community.
Here's a question for you, Michael. So you're a Leicester City player on the bench today, and we're playing like this. Would you want to come on the pitch and end up changing the dynamic of the team?
Ooh, I don't want to play. If I'm like Hamza or something like that, I don't want to play.
Exactly. Because like my thought is I am an individual, but if I'm playing for the team, above all else, I have the badge on my chest. And I want what's best for the team. Well,
I mean, it's cold. My kit's clean. I just make
also a very fair time. One challenge and suddenly you're soaked.
Yeah, it's cold.
Throw in to Leicester City pretty deep in the Watford half. Timmy Castagna to take. He'll throw it in towards Jamie Vardy. Vardy plays it up and over. He was looking for, I think, Luke Thomas in the area. Or no, sorry, I have my players completely mixed up. It was Vardy in the area. I'm not sure who played that cross in then.
It's so hard to see.
But it was well overcooked.
We're in the 80s.
And yeah, this is honestly, they could have bought anybody. Leicester City supporters, we are so incredibly lucky that the Srivadanaprapa family chose to purchase our club, because we could have ended up with a Mike Ashley, and we ended up with what we have. For a quick time update, we are just about into the 80th minute right now. 10 minutes to go in this match.
Come on, Leicester.
And yeah, here you go, Anthony. You're very nicely wrapped up. Sit in the back row and keep your head down. Throw into Watford deep in the Leicester half. They're putting a little bit of pressure on. It will be Kiko Femenia to take this throw in. But they're Leicester City not giving them any options to throw to. He will eventually throw to their number 10. That is a substitute. That's Joao Pedro. He gets tackled. Ball is out for a throw in right at the corner flag. That is a very uncomfortable looking Watford player lining up to take this throw in.
He's like wiping it off. He's freezing cold.
He's in the gloves. His hair is wet. His throw in is intercepted. And that will fall to Pedro, who just basically puts that out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think that was a shot, but I don't know.
A lot of us all hoping 4-5. If we can put one more in before the end of this match, that will be incredible, because that will take us right into that European.
Yeah, we still need that. We still need that Vardy hat trick. We still need that Vardy hat trick. That's why he's still on the pitch.
Absolutely. Here's a quick question for you as Schmeichel takes this goal kick. Do you play FIFA?
I don't have video games. I haven't played the last 2 FIFAs. My
That's
Xbox
fair.
One crapped out on me about a year and a half ago. And so I just haven't bought I wanted to get the next generation, but it's hard to get. And so I'm not going to buy another Xbox One till I can get the next generation PS5 or the Xbox, whatever it's called. I don't know.
That's
I
fair.
might go PC though. I might go PC. So
Watford coming forward, but Mark Albrighton does an excellent job of just holding his man back. Sumare regains possession, but it does end up going out. I think. Nope, it is Leicester City possession coming off of that. So I play FIFA. I'm a sucker for it. It's one of the few games that I do buy. Like, I don't buy too many games, but if they keep earning like new licenses, I'll buy the new FIFA just to get the updated kits when they update stadiums, things like that. I'm the kind of person that like I'll rename every generic stadium so that everyone has their proper names.
I just play Ultimate Team. I mean, I actually played probably, thousands of hours of FIFA, but I just haven't played the last two games.
That's fair. Casper takes the goal kick. It goes deep, right to the head of a Watford player. But Leicester will collect it off of that header. Ball just bouncing around in that midfield area. It's Watford's, it's Leicester's, it's Watford's, it's Leicester's. Sumare tussling with a player, but play is called off. I don't know who for. It looks like a Leicester free kick on the halfway line. Will be taken by Evans, who hoofs that ball upfield towards the penalty area. Jamie Vardy gets
like he takes some.
Yep, Vardy gets knocked down. Not sure why.
A slap to the face. Slap right there.
Yep. Trailing arm of Truce de Kong just hits Vardy right in the nose. Nothing's going to be given for that. It's not intentional. Ball now with Watford coming forward. Ball with Kiko Femenia. He'll play a
early ball in. Oh
my goodness.
We are a defender short in the box on that early cross, and he has a wide open look at the net, and he leaves it left.
Ozan Tufan basically like handed a goal on a platter there, but he misses it. He can't get his toe out there to poke it into the net, and it goes out of play. We lucked out there. That was a goal waiting to happen.
And it's still
but Tufan just cannot get on that ball.
Casper.
Watford, in all fairness, have really played in this match. Like the very high scoreline here has been well earned by both teams.
Yes.
Schmeichel clears it long.
It was just a mistake.
Right to the head of a Watford player.
Flicks it on to Vardy.
It falls to Vardy. He's running in on the outside of the area. on the left wing. He plays it in, finds Madison. Madison dekes. He's trying to get past his man, but he's marked by 3 people. Plays it back to Vardy. Vardy back to Madison. Madison sets up, crosses, can't find a header, falls to Barnes. Oh, Troost-Ekong gets there just ahead of Barnes, but Leicester maintain possession. Watford regain possession, and it's out for a Leicester throw. Nick, we'll get into talking about man of the match a little bit later. There's a lot of candidates for this match. This has been a good performance across the field for us. But yeah, there's still a lot going on in this match, so we'll talk man of the match at full time. We're just 6 minutes away now. Cross comes in off the defender, corner kick, Leicester City.
And Timmy Castagna still looking good, still up and down the sideline, still putting crosses in. He's been through a lot in this match.
He's taken some hard challenges. He's been thrown to the ground. He has been wiped through the snow.
He's been playing the
like you said,
yeah, he's had a good game though. He's been through a lot.
He might not be my man of the match, but he might be my player with swag for the match. He has played with a lot of heart and a lot of effort. From minute 0 to minute 90.
Absolutely.
All right, James Madison to take the corner. Chucho Hernandez to mark near, so it doesn't look like we'll be playing this as a short corner. There's nobody to pass to anyways. High cross comes in. Out by Watford.
Yeah.
Falls to Ndidi, who shoots from a distance. And oh, dear. That's
Soyuncu right in his face.
Yes, and that's going to hurt in the cold.
He hits it with a laser.
Oh, yeah, beeline shot from Ndidi right to the temple. He should come off. That's gonna hurt. Cold ball. It's gonna be more solid. The surface is gonna slap against the temple.
Oh, and he's like a yard away from him too. And
that's hard to watch. That is, if you've ever been on the schoolyard and have been hit by a ball in the wintertime, you know how much that hurts.
Ooh.
I just hope he didn't take that to an eye. I hope that was at least on the forehead.
It's like a frozen boxing glove.
Exactly. He's on his feet, which is a good sign. His face is red.
Yeah, it is.
Didi just coming up to apologize, make sure he's okay. Yeah, it looks like Soyuncu will carry on this match.
Lord Farquhar's okay.
How long do you think we'll get in injury time? I think...
yeah, we got to get 5 minutes.
Yeah, most likely because of the time that was taken to clear the lines. A couple players had to receive medical attention. Messina for Watford, Soyuncu for Leicester. Yeah, we'll be seeing a fair few minutes. The VAR decision on Watford's second goal, there was a lot of Kieran Dewsbury Hall coming on.
Who's he going to call?
I'm going to assume for Madison.
Yeah, that's what it says on the board there.
Which doesn't serve to reflect Madison's form in the game. He has been incredible this match. We'll be getting a nice round of applause from the Leicester faithful. Very well played.
Brendan's bringing him off. Brendan's bringing him off so he can get clapped off.
Exactly. They're just showing his goal again. Again, just the absolute present given to him by Troost-Ekong. And it feels like it's from a different match that they're showing because the field is green. Right. There's no snow falling.
Yeah, it was like earlier. So
they're not playing a match on the Polar Express.
Well, it doesn't look like it's snowing now. It looks like it's just pouring down rain.
Yeah, which is at least doing a good job of clearing the remaining snow off the pitch. Hoofed ball looking for Jamie Vardy. Does find him. He's one-on-one.
Oh, it almost goes in.
What a save by Bachmann in the Watford goal. That was a shot that served to deceive there. It was curling. I thought he was going to go near post on that. He goes far post with a curling shot, and Bachmann, with a full credit to him, with a diving stop, gets there with the fingertips to deny Vardy his hat trick. And that is out for a Leicester City goal kick, or a Leicester City corner kick. With a minute and a half, just under a minute and a half left to go.
Who's taking this? Oh, Mark Albrighton, of course.
Of course. Mark Albrighton plays his corner in. Cleared out by Femenia. There was just nobody in the middle of the penalty area to collect that. Falls back to Mark Albrighton. He plays it to Sumare. Sumare's forced to turn his back to goal. Plays it back to Mark Albrighton. Back to Sumare. In towards the center, towards Vardy. Vardy maintains possession. Chalar Soyuncu playing very high up the field. He just can't find Dewsbury Hall with the through ball.
Have the vision.
Ooh, and Didi gets tackled, and he's on the ground. Watford now look to break. Moving forward with João Pedro. Up the left wing. He's marked by a good few players. The ball goes off of Ndidi's face and out.
Yikes. It went off of Castagna and straight into Ndidi's face, who is on the ground now. The frozen ball attacks another Leicester player's head.
I was about to say, I feel like Soyuncu might go up to him and go like, now you know how it feels, bud.
I mean, this is hilarious.
Whoa. Similar challenge there on Sumare to the one that he delivered earlier in the half. Just Watford's corner played low, cleared by the Leicester City defense and out for a throw-in. And there will be 7 minutes
added minutes
of added time. So plenty of time for a 5th for Leicester City here. Plenty of time for a possible 3rd for Watford.
Absolutely. We need to shut it down. Shut it down. If we can get one of these long balls over the top, but other than that, let's just
high throw played in, cleared by Ndidi. Ball reclaimed by, I think, Sissoko. He's forced to play the ball all the way back to Troost-Ekong. Troost-Ekong plays the ball up. Good elevation by Soyuncu there. Gets over there and heads that ball clear. Does it twice. And Schmeichel will collect.
Schmeichel comes out.
Paul Gibson. Nice
Come on, Leicester.
Josh, just showing a quick clip of Josh King there. Of course, Watford immediately collect off of Schmeichel's clearance and now look to attack again.
Just terrible distribution. I never really noticed it till people started talking about it, and now I notice it. It's horrendous.
Chucho Hernandez can't win the ball, and that is cleared out of play, I think, by Dewsbury Hall for a Watford throw-in. We are into the 2nd minute of the 7 added as Kiko Femenia takes the throw-in. He plays the ball to João Pedro. João Pedro plays the ball back towards Troost-Ekong. Troost-Ekong plays the ball back to Bachmann. Vardy getting in there and pressuring him. Forces him into a poor clearance that falls to Dewsbury Hall.
Oh, that has to be
Dewsbury Hall gets marshaled off the ball.
Oh, come on, Sissoko
making himself big there and just overpowers Dewsbury Hall. Now Watford look to break. They're in numbers.
Early cross
comes in.
Oh,
across the goal.
Oh,
and Luke Thomas just does enough to poke it out and get that ball out for a corner kick. 142 people watching the live stream at the moment. If you are enjoying this, if you're enjoying the match, please drop us a like. Corner is taken quickly and cleared out, but falls back towards Watford. Watford now attacking on the left wing. Forced to play the ball backwards. Ball is now with Femenia. Femenia plays the ball long. Can't get that pass past Sumare. Play the ball all the way back to very high up Bachmann. He's near the center circle.
And Jamie Vardy wants his hat trick so bad.
He knows what it would mean to himself and to the team. Watford just cannot get past Leicester City at the moment. Leicester regain possession. We clear the ball long. Excellently played ball to Dewsbury Hall. He's trying to get past him on the wing, but just gets tackled. Good play by Cathcart there, in all fairness.
Absolutely.
Cathcart plays the ball long. Cannot get that past Soyuncu. Soyuncu's header is collected by Sissoko. Again, attacking up the left wing. Up against Castagna, up against Sumare. Sumare makes the challenge, but Watford maintain possession. Chucho Hernandez maintains possession against a fair few challenges, but just loses out to a big Chalar Soyuncu, who does well to get that tackle in.
No! Harvey gives the ball away.
Watford regain possession once again. It's João Pedro. It's Chucho Hernandez. Hernandez, big cross in, and it just well overcooked, and that'll go out for a Leicester City throw-in.
Calm down, guys. Calm down. Kind of scrambling there in our 18-yard box.
Kieran Dewsbury Hall must have said to Brendan that he scored against Watford and can score against he scored against Watford for Luton. He can score against Watford for us. Mark Albrighton gets pulled to the ground, and that's a free kick. We are now 4 minutes into this 7, so there are 3 minutes left. Mark Albrighton looking a little discomforted there. Very red in the face. He's definitely feeling the cold. Yeah, I feel very confident that we've got the win. It's just a question of, can we get that goal to jump over Brighton in the standings?
Yeah, it looks like some of the fans are already leaving, to Ross's chagrin.
You
But,
can't do that when we're winning. You can't do that when we're losing either, but like, we need the noise now more than ever.
yeah, it looks
Sure,
like
it's snowing, but put up with the highways.
yeah.
I got to take a 6-hour train to my away days. You can take a bit of extra time to get back to Loughborough.
Right.
Ball with Dewsbury Hall.
And
He clears the ball long.
Oh.
That's a good break to Jamie Vardy, but it's well defended. He doesn't make like Truce de Kong. He gets his head to that ball.
Absolutely. The last guy just let it go. Ooh, Luke Thomas.
Little bit of poor control there, and Luke Thomas regains possession for Leicester City, and we look to go again. Harvey Barnes plays the ball towards Sumare. Sumare forced to play the ball back towards Soyuncu. Soyuncu, big ball looking up over to switch the play up to Albrighton, which he finds. Albrighton with the through ball trying to find Vardy. Truce de Kong gets there first.
Oh, if there's not a bunch of snow on the pitch, that ball is through to Vardy.
Absolutely. Watford's lofted through ball only finds Soyuncu. Soyuncu slips but finds his man still. Big high ball will fall towards Truce de Kong. Truce de Kong plays the ball back towards Bachmann. Looks like Watford are just trying to play this game out at this point, not harm the goal difference any further. Very smart header there by Sumare. Finds Ndidi. Barnes trying to find Vardy on the through ball there. It's just Vardy and Inshallah at the moment. Just hooking everything we can over to Vardy and hoping something lands for him.
That's what you got to do in this snow.
And don't worry, I still have a lot of respect for Truce de Kong. It's just like that first goal was so baffling, the mistake that he made. And absolutely, other than that mistake, he has been very, very good for Watford. It's a bit of banter, it's a bit of jesting. Like, trust me, I wouldn't. I'm not going to actually go out here and slander any players. I got full. Anybody on that pitch is infinitely better than anything I could ever do on a football pitch.
They're professionals, and
exactly.
There's a lot of snow. I know I wouldn't be out there.
I got put on the field once to play defense when I was in school, and I only made one header all game. So, like, believe me, I know how difficult a job it is. I think that's Femenia to take the throw in, as we are now through all 7 minutes. So it looks like there might be one attack left at best as Sumare has the ball.
Final whistle.
That is full time. Leicester City 4, Watford 2. A happy match for Leicester, an unfortunate return for Claudio Ranieri, but he was well welcomed at least. And with that, Leicester City move into 9th in the Premier League table. To update you around the horn, Brentford have defeated Everton by a score of 1-0. Man City versus West Ham has just entered injury time. And they are still 1-0 up. So, yes, as this table stands, Watford 16th in the Premier League, currently 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Leicester City now stand in 9th and are, as it stands, 5 points outside of the Europa League spot.
What a great game. What a scrappy affair. The guys came to play today from the opening whistle. Madison, he's back in form, it seems like. Jamie Vardy, he doesn't have to play on Thursday, so he can get his week's rest, and he comes in ready to go. And it's just great to see the ball go in the back of the net. It's good to see the one-touch passing. It's good to see the direct football. We weren't complaining about the ball being passed around the back. Casper's distribution, that
would be my only complaint.
We got 4 goals. You know, you can't complain about everything. And, you know, when the boys do good, let's big them up. You know, what a great match. And so, come on, you Foxes.
With that, let's talk man of the match.
I'm going to have to go with James Maddison. James Maddison, just the way that when he got the ball in the pocket, he was looking to go forward. He was looking to take players on. He was looking to get the through balls in. He got the through balls in. So a goal and 2 assists for Maddison. Is that the stat?
I
think Maddison.
So.
He scored the goal and he got both assists for Jamie Vardy. So I'm going to give it to James Maddison. He played with swag. The whole team played with swag today. And it was just good to see. It was good to see in front of the fans. We needed 3 points. We're on a roll again, you know. What's the next match? Napoli?
Southampton this Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. We have a Premier League match midweek. Yikes. And then we have a Europa League match. Europa League match is on the 9th.
The following week. So we play Southampton Wednesday, Aston Villa next Sunday, and then Napoli the following Thursday. And it figures my luck. If that midweek game was on a Tuesday, I could host the watch along for it. I'm off next week, but I'm leaving town.
Oh, is it on Wednesday?
Just before that game. It's on Wednesday.
Okay. Yikes.
So for those of you who might not have seen in the chat, I have dropped the link. If you would like to join us on video and share some of your views, we're going to take probably about a half an hour post-match. Get your thoughts in. Let us know who your man of the match is. Let us know how you feel about the game, how you feel about our momentum. Honestly, at least in my opinion, I really think the fact that those rumors about Brendan have been put to bed, that has really cleaned up a lot of this team's performance. Exactly. We are still concerned about our defense, but Anthony Beebe asks, according to Brendan Rodgers, did we overachieve today?
Wow.
Let's put overachieving to bed. We're getting back to where we should be. Let's get a European spot. We move. We go to St. Mary's next. Let's get a win there. And the Saints game apparently on Prime, for those of you who do have that. I didn't think it at first when I saw this. I was like, Southampton surely aren't playing that well. Their game isn't that good, but no, I think you're talking about like how you can stream it.
Right.
And yeah, Chris Hallam saying we won on a bloody minefield. All that mattered in those conditions was 3 points and no injuries, and that's what we came off with. Very well played across the board by the entire team. Like, I would agree with a lot of the comments coming in. I agree with you, Michael. I think Maddison does deserve man of the match. He was instrumental. He got his goal. He assisted a bunch. He was running rampant through the midfield. I think Castagna might deserve he might be like a dark horse candidate because he was running. He was trucking all through the match.
Yeah, he was definitely working the hardest, working really hard like he usually does. You know, I said in our last watch along, if we're not in Champions League or a European spot, a lot of these players, it's going to be hard pressed to keep them. And he's one of them, I think. Yeah.
Totally. Fee saying 9-0, here we come against Southampton.
Yeah, let's do it. That's what I always think about when we go to Southampton.
We got it in the King Power. Let's get it at the St. Mary's. Ross, I seen you've joined in. You ready to come on?
No. Well, from what I can see, because I couldn't hardly see the ball. But no, on a serious note, brilliant performance. You know, very good performance. Maddison, I thought he played very well. I'm glad he scored. Glad. I mean, you know, bit of luck, obviously, with that guy for some reason ducking. But yeah, and at the end of the day, it's one of them things, isn't it? So I'm very impressed today. Obviously, penalty. I thought, yeah, definitely can't complain. Definitely penalty for them. I thought it was a foul for their second goal on Castagna. But at the end of the day, we won the game, and good to see Lookman get a goal, which I predicted getting. As I said, Vardy, 2 goals. That first goal from Vardy was really good. Really impressed. And I'll say it was. Do you know if anyone says about the game, you know what? Well, not all of us fans, but you know, the fans, game should have been called off and all that palaver. It's part of English football. You know, that's the beauty part of it. You know, certain years ago, some Leicester fans will remember this. We played Ipswich in the Championship. Now, if you thought that was bad, you know the pitch. I want you to Google Leicester versus Ipswich 2010. It was so, honestly, he's Googling that as we speak.
Right now.
It's so bad, honestly. We were 3-0 down at this point. It was so bad, he even stopped the game for about 15 minutes. It was awful. And I think Michael looks like Michael's googling it too.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put one of these images. I can put it up on screen.
There you go. Honestly, if people remember, if anyone actually was at that game, if anyone that's watching this right now, anyone was at that game, let us know how it were. I mean, from what we can see, there we go. Yikes. That's how bad it was. It was so bad, it was unreal. And honestly, the game stopped twice. It stopped twice, but because Roy Keane was in charge of Ipswich, I think the referees were like afraid to say we're calling the game off. All right, because it's the way that he was talking to him. Intimidating the refs, but yeah. Anyway, so there we go. But yeah, fantastic performance. I can't wait for Wednesday. I'm going to the game. I'm going to St Mary's on Wednesday. Well, no snow, no Omicron variant, no weather is going to stop me from going to Southampton on Wednesday. I will get to Southampton.
I can't wait to. Hopefully you can give us some views from St. Mary's for that match as well.
Or as people have dubbed it, the Red King Power Stadium. because basically it's made by the same people. You know, the people that made our stadium. Well, St. Mary's was built a year before. Yeah, honestly. They were, St. Mary's was built a year before. But if you look at it, look at St. Mary's, apart from the away end, obviously, ours is in the corner, theirs is in behind the goal. It's more or less the same stadium, except their seats are red and our seats are blue.
Yeah, you know what? Seeing it now, it is very close. The only other thing I would say is like a key difference is I think our rafters are a little bit lower because we have like that Leicester City 1884 banner.
Yes, I watched that game from abroad. Waiters kept coming to me and saying, "What's the score?" Yeah, that was I think he's on about the Ipswich game.
Oh yeah, but then also there is also another King Power Stadium from the for the Belgian team that
Wow. Before I go in a second, my man of the match, I'm going to get Maddison. I think obviously he's not answered his critics every time. He's got performing week in week out, which he does. Good goal against Warsaw. Brilliant performance today. A goal and 2 assists. Is that right? 2 assists, yeah.
I think so. Yes.
So. Yeah, I look very good performance. I don't think anyone played bad. I thought it was when Ndidi whacked that ball on Soyuncu, I was a bit worried when he hit him. Because obviously nothing's worse. It's like a hard snowball. Now, I mean, I presume you've had snowball fights in your time, or where you've had a snowball chucked at you for no reason. Like the painful of it, 'cause it's so.
I don't think anyone was judging Soyuncu for staying on the ground there.
No, not that. I'm not about that. I'm about it. I bet it must have felt like he's had a snowball thrown at him, but it was a harder snowball.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm saying the effect of a snowball when someone chucks it, it's painful. I mean, if someone just puts it on your head, it's not as bad, but someone from a distance.
Well, yeah, because what you're going to end up with is like not only the impact, but it's wet, and there's probably going to be like some frost or ice on it, and all that just going right into the side of his head. Honestly, I'm just glad that it didn't hit him in like the eye area. It seemed to have caught him either in the cheek or the forehead, which is probably the best part to hit. But if you had to get hit,
looking at Chris Hallam's comment. He didn't celebrate in front of Ranieri. I think he's went to celebrate with Rodgers, not Ranieri.
I don't know, man. There's the shot that I see on my television. He's like slid, and it's like
we're gonna watch it again, aren't we? I'm gonna watch it again and see.
I mean, he ran to the technical area, so I mean, it doesn't matter.
What I would say is
ran to the technical area, not the corner where the fans are. He ran to the technical area.
We all know that Vardy celebrates like this, but I think he also has a lot of respect for Ranieri. So I could totally picture, like, even if he were to do that, it would be in like a joking, teasing way.
Yeah, just
it wouldn't be in a way that like he means to us when he like plays the guitar on Sheffield United's corner flag.
Right.
No, broke it.
He played the guitar at the King Power.
Arsenal, right?
Against Sheffield United, he broke the corner flag. Against Liverpool, it was Hollywood Hulk Hogan from NWO being the guitar.
Against Wolves, when he howls against them, when he does the bird celebration,
he did the inner sting. He challenged his inner sting against Wolves. If you don't know Sting wrestling, there we go. He challenged his inner what was it now? Eagle, that against Crystal Palace. So, I watch it again, but I don't think he's celebrating for Ranieri. End of the day, it's Ranieri. He got a great reception, by the way. Can we just talk about the reception he got? It was amazing.
If he did, I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and say, he wasn't trying to offend Ranieri. If anything, he was probably just trying to, joke around with Ranieri and just have some fun with him.
I think it probably not bad of it. I think I personally don't think he did, but that's just me. I'll watch it again, and if I get proven wrong, I get proven wrong. I get proven wrong all the time. No,
area guys, come on.
Anyways, we've got Jono joining us as well. So I'm
gonna shoot anyway. But my man of the match will be Madison, and I cannot wait for Wednesday. Like I said, no, I'm Omicron, no COVID. I've had a test. I'm clear. No, nothing is going to stop me from going to St Mary's on Wednesday. Absolutely nothing. I've got it booked off. I'm staying in Leicester that night, and I'm going to annoy Jack on the coach for a few hours because I'm on the same coach as him. There you go, exactly. So that's what I believe. And then I'm staying over in Leicester, so I can't wait. But yeah, we're well done, boys, today. Well done to you too. I saw you glimpse that for a few minutes in the snow. Fair play to the boy. Before I go, fair play to the people that were clearing the snow.
Yes.
With the lines, fair play to him, because I was watching it on mute, and I was just like, what's that? I thought the VAR, it was a goal. Next minute, people are coming up pitch giving no clear of that. What they should do, they should just get a fire hose, spray the whole pitch.
That would freeze. Oh well, I guess not because they have the under pitch heating, but
there you go.
Water can be dangerous. They did have the sprinklers running at halftime.
I know, I saw that. I was just like, okay, okay, no worries, mate. Shut up and let Jono come in. See you in a bit, boys.
Wear your luckiest shirt, and hopefully we can deliver another 9-0.
I've only got about 8 shirts to pick from, so I have to think. So there you go.
Thanks for joining us, Ross.
No worries. Speak to you in a bit.
Hey, Elijah.
Jono, you get to come on. Good match.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I didn't watch it.
I gotta get off. I gotta get ready for work, guys. But Jono, man, it's good to see you. Are we gonna do the watch along in midweek?
Potentially.
Maybe. We'll talk about it. It's good to see you, Elijah. Great watch along. Thanks everyone for joining. I gotta get to work.
Thanks, Michael. You take care.
Michael. I was brief making, but I was watching the commentary as it went along, and I saw the weather was pretty bad.
Yes.
But what I really liked about it is that everyone who was saying Ranieri out, I think that went out the window when we saw the players playing for Brendan in Europa League, and then that just carried on to today. I saw that the penalty was very soft. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it's like we did against Warsaw. We were 2-1, we were 2-0 up. They got a goal. And then we didn't just capitulate. We just moved on, and we got 2 more goals. So yeah, I'm really happy with the result. Top in 2 games, we've went from depressing Rodgers out to top half the table and top of the Europa League table.
Well, exactly. I was going to say, we shouldn't gloss over what happened over the last few games because that was an incredibly poor run of form. Hideously underperforming for Leicester City, regardless of what Brendan says about the last couple seasons. But it also shows just how tight this table has been all season. We just earned 3 points, and we went from 13th to 9th. Well, and if we had scored one more goal, we would have been in 8th.
We're above Manchester United now on goal difference.
Yep. No, we're above them by a point.
By a point?
They've got Chelsea, so realistically, I don't wish ill will on Manchester United. I have a lot of friends who are United fans at work, but I don't see them getting 3 points from Chelsea.
Oh, they're so cocky. When they got Ronaldo, we were like, "Oh, we're going to win." No, I don't like Manchester United fans singing like, "Oh, we've got Bruno, we've got Ronaldo, and we've got
80 million from you though." But we've got a new training ground.
Exactly, but it just shows the players want to play for Brandon. It shows that we still need to fix clean sheets. That is a big issue. We're still letting in silly goals and stuff like that. But baby steps. The confidence is the biggest one.
There were 2 major things that I saw that I am very optimistic about, and 2 things that I think still need to be worked on. The first one is we successfully defended corners. it looks as though there is still a little bit of zonal marking, like maybe 1 or 2 players are still keeping track of zones, but there's a lot more man-on-man marking, a lot less respect shown to the opposition in corner kicks. And that has probably saved us from several goals, both here and in Legia. Number 2 is that the through ball is working a lot better.
Yeah. I saw Lookman got a goal. I think I've seen the last few games now. Brendan has gone with this 4-3-3 or 4-3. Is it 4-2-3?
4-2-3-1. Although again, like the television broadcast showed it as that, but the web broadcaster I was working through in Canada was showing 4-3-3 all match.
But I think this is the formation at the moment that Brendan's liking. It's sort of for the last 3 games now. It's been this. And it's sort of starting to come together. Lookman started to get involved. He got a goal today. I just saw from one of the statistics. Immediately won 65% possession. We had 2 shots on target in the first 10 minutes, even 5 minutes. So we're coming out the gate. If we come out the gate and don't give respect to the team to settle in, we can get there. That's where we've been falling into the last few months. Is we've shown respect and we've just been, quiet, but. This game, I thought we went on, and then Watford on a high. They beat Manchester United 5-1, wasn't it, or 4-1?
Yep.
We've just come out and shut them up.
Now, I would also say that I don't think that Watford really should come out of this feeling pessimistic. I think they still put some good play together. They're still a very solid team, and I think they can still take a little bit of that momentum into their next match.
I think they're good. I think with Ranieri, I think they've got play good football. I don't think they're going to get relegated. I think if you put a good performance against Manchester United, even though Manchester United are poor at the moment, they can still, if you still make mistakes, they can punish you. So I think Watford have got a good manager in Ranieri because he won us the title. But no, they're always a good side. When I went, I was very worried. But when I saw how much we were on top, I just knew that it was just a matter of time before we got a grab hold of the game and took it. But I need to go back and watch more highlights so I can have more opinions on each player. I can't say who the man of the match is. I didn't watch the game. But what I do like is the players playing for Brendan. And again, well, not again, but they've always has, but I can see consistency. That is the most important thing. We see consistency in the last 3 games. So I think I think we've done really well.
We'll have to see how things go against Southampton. I think that'll be a big gauge to be able to play on short rest. But we're against a team that came off a bad loss. Hopefully we can take something good out of that match. I wanted to quickly discuss with you before we close up the stream, the 2 things that I'm still concerned about with Leicester. One of which you mentioned, which is the fact that we're still conceding a lot of goals. And number 2 is Casper's distribution.
The problem is that we always complain about passing from the back. His distribution from the back is fine. He knows where to pass it. He doesn't put others into danger when he's passing out. But when he does kick out, to spread the play, kicking's awful. Yeah. So we can't complain about one fit. I think he needs to improve on his long ball distribution. His short ball's fine, but we don't like that. That's not Leicester. We don't pass. We don't start from the back and wait forwards. We pass midfield and try and make a good through ball or counter. So as long as we fix that, it's fine. But I think the goals conceding, I think will be fixed once Fofana and when it comes back, and maybe after Christmas and January we'll get a new defender in. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that'll fix up. It's an issue we've got, but what we're not, even though we're conceding, we're scoring. It's not like we're conceding 3 and scoring 0. We're scoring goals. Like we scored 3 against Warsaw, 4. We scored 7 goals in 2 games. It's not like we're not scoring.
Yes. So I'm just double checking those stats as well. Because I think even before Chelsea, we still had an impressive match. Yeah, we still got another 1 against Leeds, 1 against Spartak, 2 against Brighton, 2 against Brentford. We are scoring goals.
My only concern is that when we beat Southampton 9-0, that's when they went on to be on a good. That was their kick up the bum to change their tactics and change their momentum. I'm worried if that's what happened to us against Chelsea. We lost 3-0 badly. And we went on to playing well against Warsaw and today. Southampton could go on from being thrashed by Liverpool to getting some momentum. So we can't go in this game, they got thrashed, it's an easy win. We can't think like that. The Saints isn't, it's not an easy stadium to go to, but hopefully we can go there and get a decent win.
For sure. And a very, very fair point, because it's at the same time, like, it is a bit of a crossover, because we will need to see how the team responds to that, because at the same time, momentum is such a big thing in football. Like, I never would have said it on air, but I fully thought we were going to lose to Legia Warsaw after the way we lost to Chelsea.
Same. Well, I said, like, before the Warsaw game, if we don't win that game, then I've lost confidence in Brendan, and we need to win 2 out of these Premier League games of that we think we could win. We've won the Warsaw game confidently. We've won the first game in the Premier League confidently. So I think he's, I'm not saying, all the problems are fixed. We know they're near fixed, but the main thing we've fixed is confidence. That's the biggest one.
Right. I think it's a game that will be told within the first 10 minutes.
Definitely. It's how we start the game and the momentum we stamp on the pitch to let Southampton and like Leicester come out with 15 miles, like 400 miles an hour. Like, we need to respect them. Or if we sit back, Southampton will get into the game and will be tough.
I will quickly address Andrew's comment here that do you think we only did well because Watford tried to win as well? If they had sat back more, we may have struggled. I think there were points in the match where Watford did sit back a little bit, and I think we did still perform well. I think also Legia were not as aggressive as Watford was.
I was going to say,
I didn't get to see the whole game against Legia, in all fairness, because that was the middle of the workday for me. But from the parts of the game that I did see, they weren't constantly attacking us and playing long balls over, leaving themselves exposed the way that Watford did. We definitely do not perform as well against teams that sit back as we do against teams that try to attack us, but I don't think that we are as vulnerable as we were in the past.
No, Warsaw, when me and Phil spoke about it, Warsaw set up to frustrate Leicester. You can see they'd set up very defensive, got very defensive players on, they've got a very defensive formation, and we managed to get, they're not the best team, but we managed to not get frustrated. And Southampton, can be a very frustrating team to play against. So hopefully it's mentality. If we can beat that mentality and just not get frustrated, not make silly tackles or not try and force it, we'll be fine.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to let you go because I think we're going to wrap up the stream now, but thanks so much for joining us.
No problem.
And yeah, hopefully you might be able to join us for Wednesday, but we will find that out later in the week.
Yeah, that's no problem, mate.
All right, cheers. All right, so yes, we will start to wrap up the live stream. Thanks so much for joining us and for watching along during the match. If you have enjoyed the content today, please drop a like, please share and subscribe. Always helps us grow the channel. We've got shows every day of the week. So if you like Leicester City, if you want to know more about Leicester City, tune in. Our shows are live. We love to have people come on and join us. Finally, a quick thank you to all of our sponsors: ADT Taxis, Hologram, Tiger, Peter's Pizzeria, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, the Fox's Arms, Newbie & Co. Estate Agents, and our chosen charity, Hope Against Cancer. A positive win for Leicester City. The momentum keeps going. We move to Southampton on Wednesday. So come on, you Foxes, and let's keep the optimism going. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everard's, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie & Co. Estate Agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.